Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think I need another earphone because I'm hearing this tapping noise in my ear. Are you hearing that?
No.
Okay. We're not recording on. Oh,
We definitely are.
hey girl, hey.
Hey,
How are you?
good. We made it. We're here. Two
We
weeks
are
in a
here.
row.
2 weeks in a
There.
row. Kudos to us, honeys. So, I mean, this is different for us for a while because we usually go like 2 weeks. So I feel like I talk to you anyway throughout the week. But what's been going on since the last time all of us have had to talk?
If anyone does not have children and they've been thinking about having them, no, don't do it.
Yes.
Live a life of bliss. Be out here. Enjoy your life, sis, bruh, whoever.
Sure.
They're trying to kill me.
I agree. Literally 15 minutes before we sat down to record this, I had to lay down on my bed and woosah because I wanted to choke my 8-year-old. And it's normally not her. It's usually the 3-year-old. But sis plays this game called Brawl Stars. I don't know. Some game where you can fight online with your friends and it's like it's like a team and you guys fight. Well, this game, amongst others, sends sis up a wall if she's losing. And literally, I was 2 rooms down with the door closed, and it sounded like she was right outside my door. Me and my husband at the same time, like, yo, what the hell is that? Because it sounded like she was annoyed with something, and then it sounded like tussling. So we were like, is her and Caleb fight? Like, what is going on? But then I'm like, Caleb would have been like yelling back. I know him. Like, so I went in her room. Sis has tears streaming down her face. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Nothing. I said, you're lying because I see you playing a game. So it's the game. So she finally admit it was the game. And I'm like, yo, I've told you several times that a game is supposed to be fun. If it gets you to the point where you're this worked up, you need to take a break, take a breath, watch a YouTube video, come downstairs, talk to me or something, reset, and then go back to the game. Like, you have to relax. The fact that it's making you angry, like, it doesn't seem like it's fun. So I'm like, you just need a break from your iPad for a while. So, of course, that causes more tears because she barely gets it during the week, during school, any damn way. So the fact that I took it, she's just like, well, God damn. So I'm taking the iPad and unplugging the charger. And her fucking iPad is a curve. iPads are not curved. Sis must have took the iPad and did like this because the joint was like this. And I was like, and my husband was behind me and he's like, what? I said, talk to your daughter before I hurt her. I was like, I just want to make a blanket statement for any children that need to hear this. If you break the electronic that you currently have, you will not be receiving a new one. We are not paying hundreds of dollars to replace something that was broken to your doing. Now, if it's faulty and like for some reason it breaks and we got Apple Care, we can fix it. Yes. But if you destroy something
mad at a game
that you don't have to have, that is a pleasure, oh, rest in peace until you can afford to get your own. Like, wilding. So the joint is curved. I was blown, walked out, laid on the bed. And my husband is just like, I've never seen an iPad in this shape and still functioning. Like, and it's in the case. Like, I don't know what to do. And he's like, I don't want to like bend it back because then it might break. So I just bent it back a little bit and it's like straighter and it's still working. But Control Alt Delete, even though you don't do that on iPad, I turned it off and put it in my dresser because like,
did you remove that game? Because that would just be the end of that game for me.
Yeah, that has to go. Like, seriously. Like, she doesn't even play Roblox, which that used to be the source of my headache for many, many years. But then she started the the Brawl Stars, and then there's some other game. Like it's two games, Bowmasters. That's what the other one's called. And she plays these games, and yeah, like sis is competitive, and it stresses me out. So yeah, children, if you don't have them yet, wait, as I said.
That part. I ain't telling my story. Just don't do it if you haven't done it. It's not all that it's choked up to be. They're cute when they're babies, and then they start to
And they
walk and
grow
talk.
up. Yeah.
And I always say kids lose all their cuteness at like 6. Like after that, I just be looking at them like,
Look, they
now
have
you
their
can add us to
moments.
track. You think you know shit.
Look, they have their moments, but I don't know. Maybe it's my patience. Maybe I'll blame me, but a lot of the bads are outweighing the goods these days, and that sounds horrible as a parent, but yeah. Anyway, hey loves.
Well, listeners and viewers, this weekend we're going camping, and that will be a story to tell because I haven't been camping since I was in Girl Scouts, and I hated it. And have you ever been camping?
I kind of sort of, but it wasn't really camp. Well, so I went to a 7-day Adventist camp when I was it's like a summer camp for like a week. Were we there for a week? I don't know. We were there for like a week. I went with my cousins, and but it wasn't really camping because we stayed in cabins. But we were out in the wilderness, which was enough for me. Then I was in JROTC and ROTC, so we did like squad six and stuff like that. We were actually sleeping in sleeping bags and tents out in the wilderness. So I've done that, but I haven't done like camping. So I'm excited.
We've been outside enough to know that we don't like it though.
That part. We're doing it because it seems like an experience, and I know it will be memories that shall be made. I'm nervous. I feel weird because I'm excited about it, but I'm nervous as fuck too. So I don't know, but listeners, loves, make sure y'all what is it called when you follow somebody so that you get notifications and shit on their Instagram. Cause honey, we might go live. Like I plan on being impaired, and we can go live and we can show you some of the foolery. You can't stay too long because our friends we wild out, but y'all can get a little glimpse. And we're definitely going to fill y'all in next week on how our freaking camper trip. By the time this airs, we'll be going the next day.
Yeah.
So pray for us that we don't get snatched up, a group of Black people in the mountains, and bears eat us up.
Rebuke and all of that. How good are you with keeping up with people?
Like keeping up as far as what? Like what do you mean?
Checking in on friends and family.
The fuck terrible. Like I'm gonna be 100% honest. Like I keep telling myself that I want to do better at that, but I suck. In my mind, I'm like, I want to call such and such. I need to text such and such and see how they doing. Like even close friends, sometimes I'm like, shit, I don't think I called them all week, or I ain't text them. Well, I do. I'm horrible with calling. The only person that I call on a consistent basis is my mom. Like I literally talk to her every day, and if I miss a day, sis is on my line. Like, I mean, is everything okay? I haven't talked to you. I'm like, all right, mom. Like, yes, I'm good. It's just life is living over here. But yeah. But as far as friends, I don't really call a lot. I have a couple of friends that I think 3 friends that actually call, and the rest are text. But me initiating, trying to keep up with them, I suck at that. And it's no reason. It's just I need to do better, and I just be caught up with the day-to-day of life and shit.
Do you have a big family? Like, do you have a lot of cousins and stuff like that?
Not really. I have a lot, but they're older than me. Like I'm like not the baby of the family, but as far as cousin wise, some of the young. I have like a couple that are my age, but all of it, like most of my cousins, like 80% of them are older than me. So yeah.
Okay. The other day when we were all on house party, actually, I got a call from one of my cousins, and I thought somebody died, honestly, because I was just like, we don't talk like that. So I answered the phone. I'm like, hello. He was like, oh, so you know who this is? Like, yeah, I got your number saved in my phone.
Right.
You know, I just don't call. So, like, we used to get together once or twice every year in Pittsburgh, but then that stopped after my grandparents passed, and I keep on saying I'm gonna do better,
Mhm.
but that should only last about a month or two, and then I'm just like, whatever. But in the past month, I've had three of my cousins reach out to me, and so my dad is like, well, somebody from the younger generation is gonna have to take on the reins of keeping everybody together and being informed. And I was like,
Is that supposed to
well,
be you?
why are you telling me? Like, we got mad cousins.
Right.
It's mad people in this joint.
Like, why gotta be my responsibility?
So he was like, I'm just saying. So I'm like, sir, so I'm gonna have to drive to Pennsylvania to see my family. Like, that don't even sound that doesn't sound exciting to me.
All right.
But I guess I'm the only one that doesn't live there. So I just wanted to know if it was just me though.
Yeah. Most of my family is a lot older than me. A lot of the family that I was super close with, it sounds morbid, but they've passed away. So, like, my immediate circle of family that I talk to on a regular basis, obviously my mom, my dad. I wouldn't say my brother's on a regular basis, but I talk to him enough, um, enough that we know what's going on in each other's lives. And my older cousin, which is my brother's age, we keep in contact because she just checks in to see how my parents and stuff are doing. I mean, to see how I'm doing too, but like to check on my parents. And my aunt doesn't text, so I usually talk to my aunt through my cousin because that's her mom. Um, but that's about it. Like, yeah.
Well, if any of my family is listening, just know that phones and roads. I'm just saying they go both ways. So
For sure.
I know I'm not doing well, but nigga, y'all ain't either.
I
So
say that about friends too. Like I really do need to go do better, especially now. Well, I'm not gonna say especially now because I'm still busy with Rona and being in the house. So I'm not gonna act like it's a fucking vacation. But like it's one thing to be like, all right, we need to link up. Like maybe we can go to a happy hour. Like we need to go out. But now I was about to say because of Rona, we're in the house and maybe we have more time to reach out. But I don't. Like I honestly, I feel like I have less time because like now I'm dealing with schooling, working from home, and stress relief. I'm just like, yo, I feel like I got less time to myself than I did when we were not in quarantine. But yeah, I need to do better. I keep saying that to all of my friends that are listening that I don't call or text often. I love you. It's no love lost. I just suck as a human being, so don't take it personal. It's other people that are probably feeling the same way that you feel.
well, if I say I'm gonna hit you up every other month and it ends up being every 2 months, be blessed.
Or you could just hit
Be
me.
blessed.
I'll answer. The thing is, like, if people hit me up, I definitely answer. So it's not like if someone initiates, I'm just like, oh, I'm not going to answer your call unless I'm busy, but I'll hit you back. Or you text me, like, I am going to answer and respond. I just suck with the initiation part. So that part. But I love y'all.
Anywho, so all the little notes that I have today are it's all for TV and tea time.
Okay.
However, Dice has a game I think that she wanted to play. So we're gonna
Yes.
start with that before we get to the tea and the teas.
Okay, bet. So it's just a little game for, I mean, I already know her and she already knows me, but for y'all to get to know us a little bit more. It's like super fucking random questions, just to get perspectives and all that good shit. But anyway, yeah, listen. So, what is the worst birthday gift that you've ever gotten?
The worst, the worst birthday gift. I don't know because everybody knows that I take my birthday really
Really
seriously.
serious.
So I can't really think of a bad birthday gift that I got. Now, the worst Mother's Day gift that I got,
Uh-huh.
I can go there. Mari, you shouldn't be watching this anyway. Love you so much. But last year for Mother's Day, I asked Mara to make me something for Mother's Day.
Hmm.
That is what I asked for.
Uh-huh.
So it's like 2 weeks after Mother's Day, and I'm like, I still ain't got my Mother's Day gift. I want my daggone Mother's Day gift. So
Right.
she brings me a obviously used wallet. For one,
Man.
I didn't need a new wallet. I don't really like. I'm not a change a purse, change a wallet kind of girl. But it
Right.
was used. Like it wasn't a new wallet. It was
And it
like,
wasn't something she made. Like, Mara.
so she holds it against me like, like she got me something for my birthday this year, and she's like, "Yeah, I had to make sure I got you something because you made a big deal out of that wallet last year." I was like, "Because it was used, my nigga." Like,
Look, I mean, even though she would lose her shit, get her something used for her birthday and watch that damn reaction. Sis will fly off the handle. First of all, she's a Leo, so I know she's gonna be like, what? You
one year
already
we
know.
told her we were broke and we were just taking her to the movies for her birthday, and she was like, "The movies? We go to the movies almost every weekend." I was like, "Oh wow!" And that was the year that we took her to Disneyland, so it was just like, ungratefulness.
Right. Never know, huh? Let's see. So
What's the worst birthday gift for you?
for me, it was a boyfriend that I had, and he got me all these cute clothes that were too small, and I could not wear them. And we could not return them because he got them from a hookup on the low from somebody
Mm.
who worked at the store, and like I think he wasn't even supposed to get the discount, so there was no
First.
receipt to get said exchange. I was fucking annoyed because I feel like we had been together long enough for you to know my size, and it wasn't like a little small like, "Ooh, I got a medium instead of large." Like it was like, how even in my skinnier days, how would you think I would get in this extra small? Like I'm just super confused on why you thought even my thigh would fit in these sweatpants. And I just was upset. And you know I'm extra, so I'm just like, "Oh, was these for your other bitch and your bitch couldn't fit them, so you gave them to me?" Like, you know I'm extra as hell, so you know I had to run with it, but like it sucked. So guys, if you're listening, please make sure you know your girl's size or your wife's size. Look in her shirt collar while she's asleep or something, or just fucking flat out ask her.
Real
Don't embarrass yourself.
quick,
Hmm.
men be complaining about the gifts that they receive, but men don't tell you straight up what they want as a gift either.
Never. They be like, "Oh,
So
it don't matter. It's whatever." Like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
hmm, that's why I
I,
hit
I
them
be
with that shit.
I hear that shit all the time. Like, damn, I can use some new gym shoes. Damn, a bitch need, but I want some soil and some seeds for my little garden. Like, I will
Right.
say all those things. JT's birthday's coming up. What you want for your birthday? Where's somewhere you want to go? I don't know. You know what I like, nigga. I don't. That's what
Obviously, if I'm
I'm asking.
asking, I need some input. Bruh. The crazy thing is, like, I'll be wrecking my brain trying to think of a good gift because I'm trying to ask you or get hints. And, like, it's like talk to a brick wall. It don't matter. Like, whatever. You know, I'm simple. But I'll get something super basic. Like one year I got my husband, because he was really heavy into working out. So I got him a new gym bag because his gym bag was the fucking pits. So I got him a new gym bag, um, some other workout shit. Oh, and some new drawers because yeah. And he was like super fucking hype. Like, oh man, this is what I need. I'm just like, I'm gonna just start treating you like the kids. I'm just gonna get you essentials. Like you're not gonna get any perks or any like luxuries. It's gonna be all essentials, and it seems like that'll make you happy. So yeah, man,
Well,
y'all need to speak up.
luckily, I have been paying attention, so because I already got his gift or whatever.
Hmm.
But it's like once you have like Mara, for example, she got a phone, an iPad, and a laptop.
So
There's
you like
not
now
like
what?
there's no more big gifts to really get her. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So now it's like you got to tell me what it is that you want because you're 13, you don't like toys, but
right.
you know what I mean.
Like,
And
what are you into?
that's how I feel with JT. It's like once you have everything, because Xbox he got, because I'm not buying no PS5. I saw the price on that. He could suck my whole
Honey.
dick on that. He don't even play on his Xbox too. We
Oh no,
usually
you'll
just
be
use it for a
pissed.
DVD player.
Look, you would be
Mm.
in that thing like you ain't playing this motherfucker. Like you will be forcing that nigga to play that shit. If you pay all that money for that shit, you be like, "Sir, get on this fucking game, play something Madden, 2K or something."
Girl, Xbox and got him a Nintendo Switch. He don't play with neither one of them. I'm not
Let me
buying
tell
no
y'all
more game
something.
consoles.
Loves, if y'all can find a Nintendo Switch somewhere, can y'all? inbox me. I have been looking for them since the beginning of quarantine. Of course, everybody has, I guess, bought them all up for their children in quarantine. But I wanted to get one, even though now I'm second guessing it because sis is bending iPads. But yeah, I was going to get it for my daughter so that me and her could play, or me, her, and my husband could play. Maybe get it early for a Christmas gift because I'm not going to try to wait till Christmas. But I can't find them bitches nowhere. So yeah, if y'all got the connect, call at me.
I'll ask my dad because Mara got one for her birthday because she was using JT's because that nigga wasn't using his. Yeah, so I'll ask him, because
Yeah.
they have, my dad been a plug for everything. He done sent me hand sanitizer and, not hand sanitizer, but the Lysol spray and wipes because they got them down there in Tennessee.
Oh, well, let me slide you some dough so you can slide me some. Because look, I ain't seen Clorox wipes in many, many years. I have the bootleg kind, but I haven't seen the word Clorox on any wipes in several months.
I can't even find the bootleg kind, so it was a blessing for me.
I got plenty of bootleg ones that just say antibacterial wipes, and I'm like, good enough for me. Even if it kill a little bit of germs, I'll take it. Okay, so next question. What is something that people learn too late?
About me?
No, in life. Something that you feel like
Oh,
people in general learn too late.
what we were talking about earlier, tomorrow isn't promised, so you should reach out to somebody when they are on your mind. I found that out too late twice. So now
Right,
when people pop up on my brain, I will try to reach out to them in some kind of way,
right.
just because
You just
the
never
last
know.
two times I didn't do that, niggas died. So
Yeah, I definitely had a situation like that. A really good friend that I knew since elementary school came down to North Carolina to visit me like my last couple of months in college, right before I graduated. He was like, yo, when you get back home, hit me up. We gonna go out, we gonna party, like we gonna turn up or whatever. And I was like, all right, bet. So I got home because I didn't go home immediately after graduation because I had an apartment down there. So I had to wait till my lease was up. So I was only down there like maybe like an extra few weeks or so to a month. Then moved everything out and came back home. But when I got home, I was like focused on trying to find a job. Like I wasn't going out as much per se. I was just trying to figure out like, all right, bitch, are we about to apply for grad schools and go straight to grad school? We working, what we doing? So I didn't hit him up. And he definitely got killed. And before I could see him. And I was devastated. And I held that guilt for a long, long time to be like, fuck. Like that
mhm.
sucks. So yeah, definitely that is a good one to just make sure you I guess spend more time with the people that you love and actually telling them that you love them as well. Like telling them how you feel and stuff
I've
is
been
another thing
doing
too.
really good with that this year. Like growing up, I live with my dad and we're not those kind of people. Like we show our love through our actions.
Hmm.
So like we weren't big huggers and we weren't big like, oh, I love you type people.
Hmm.
But I've been trying to tell people I love them more. It's
It's weird.
it's so weird. It's just like, girl, you know what it is. This is
It's
whack. But
funny.
yeah.
It's funny. The last episode, we were talking about. You were like, you're happy because the Kardashians are off, but actually, it's a new season just started. So I was watching the first episode of the new season. So I don't know if this is the last season or not. But in the episode, the one you know who they are, right? Like, do you know at least like who each of them are?
The
No.
Kardashians?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know
okay.
everybody.
Oh, okay. So Courtney she was doing some stuff for that like little lifestyle blog that she has, Poosh or whatever. Like she's trying to up and run. So she was doing some stuff for content, and they were looking at weird jobs, and so they went to this thing that was it was like they're professional huggers. So like you go there to this place and people pay to like cuddle, and it can be
Oh, hell
strangers.
no.
And so Courtney was just like, this is super fucking weird because she was like, I didn't realize it till now that I'm just not a fucking cuddly, touching other people person. She was like, unless it's my boyfriend or my kids, like, I just don't like to be hugged. So that one of the ladies who ran it was like, you know, you can hug your friends, you can hug other people. Just make sure that it's a yes for them. And then so the lady went up to Courtney and was like, "So may I hug you?" And she was like, "No, you can't." So then, like after that, she was kind of thinking. She was like, "Come to think of it, like my whole life, I really don't think that we were just that type of family where we were like affectionate like that, like where we gave each other hugs." She was like I literally don't think me and my sisters hug, but like who the fuck is sitting up hugging their sisters and shit? And she was like, "I'm trying to think of times that me and my mom like cuddle like that, and we would interact, but like, and I knew she loved me, but like we weren't hugging." So then it was like different scenes where she was with them, where she just randomly hugged them. It was fucking hilarious. Like at first she hugged, they were working out, and she just walked up to Chloe and just like hugged her, and it was like one of those, not just like a hey, it was like a long embrace. And Chloe's face looked like how my shit would have been. She was just like, "Is everything okay?" And Courtney was like, "Yep." And she was like, "All right, like you kind of freaking me out, like you straight, like you good?" And she did it to Kim, and Kim was just looking like, "Bitch, what the fuck?" Then you just punched me a couple episodes ago. But no, she was just looking like, okay. And she did it to the mom too, and the shit was funny. But it made me think about that like it I didn't grow up in a real affectionate household either. Like we didn't even say I love you like when I would be hugging and kissing on my mom and my dad, it was just to be a jerk to make them uncomfortable. But like how I am with my kids, which is crazy because I didn't grow up like that. Like I didn't grow up in that. So, and the fact that like now I can tell my good girlfriends and be like, "Yo, I love you," and I can give you a hug. Like I remember the first time I hugged I can't say her name, one of my good friends, my sorority sister, Mexico Sombrero.
Okay.
Okay. I had to give clues. I remember the first time I hugged her, she was just like, "Oh, okay." Like I just for so many years I just wasn't expressive like that. So that when I finally did it, she was just like, "Oh, okay, you're giving me a hug. Like this is nice." So yeah. Trying to break that.
My best friend used to always say it. And before, and I'm just gonna be honest, like before this was not okay to say, I used
Mm-hmm.
to just be like, "Oh, that's gay." You can't say that though
Oh
anymore,
yeah, I definitely
guys.
used to say that all
So
the time.
don't say it. But
Right.
yeah, every time she used to say it, I used to just be like, "Ew, girl, like cut that shit out." But I've been very mindful to say it a lot, especially to her right now, but to say
Right.
it to everybody in
In
general.
general. Yeah, me and my bestie, we would definitely express our feelings when we got drunk. We were like those l- lovey drunks. Like we wouldn't say nothing when we was sober, like, "Hey girl, yeah, you my bitch, love you." We wasn't like that. But drunk, we all hugging each other like, "I love you so much." Like my best friend would just grab my face, "Oh, I love you." I'm like, "I love you more. You like this shit." Girl, that was liquor.
Drunk asses.
But I'm better now. Like I'll do it sober. Like I'll tell y'all bitches I love y'all. I love my bitches. I love you.
Love y'all bitches. Okay.
You gotta like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta balance it out. Let's see. Another question. Um, would you take relationship advice from a single person?
um, it depends on what the advice is. I will say that. Because a single person is not like I don't like the rule. I know a lot of people who will say that they will not take advice from a single person, but some shit is common sense. So
Yeah.
like just because someone is single doesn't mean they don't have common sense.
Right.
Someone is single right now, it doesn't mean they've always been single.
Right.
So it depends. If an unmarried person, though, is trying to give me advice about a marriage situation,
Hmm.
I don't usually pay that no attention.
Yeah. I was gonna say for my answer, it depends also. Um, I used to just be like, I don't give a fuck. Like unsolicited advice, take it. But I take it, I kind of filter it now. Like I'll listen to what is being said because I don't know everything. And like you said, just because you're single right now doesn't mean you just didn't just get out of a relationship or a marriage or something like that. So I'll take it with a grain of salt, but I also put it in context on where they are in their love life because there might be some bitter betties out here and they just trying to fuck them niggas. And sometimes how I definitely feel that way. I mean, that might not be the best advice to, I guess, pour the gas on the fire, per se.
Yeah, that fuck these niggas mantra I love.
Me
However,
too.
when you are in a legally bound
Binding.
situation, yeah, when you have children and mortgages and you've and not just that, because that does make it seem just contractual, but like niggas, the time
Yeah.
invested,
Yeah.
like the time invested alone, it's easy to be
Just say
like,
fuck
fuck
that
these
shit.
niggas.
And that's what feels good most of the time. Like my answer usually is like, man, fuck these niggas. Like,
But like, I've been on some fuck these niggas type shit, and I've been married, but for whatever reason, I picked this piece of trash out of all the trash out there.
so that must mean
So like,
something. You make me sick. Let's see. What else? What truth? Oh, what is a truth that sorry, I ain't got on my glasses. What is a truth you don't like accepting about yourself?
I love everything about myself.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
amazing.
I mean, in real life though.
A truth that I don't like accepting about myself is sometimes my mom peeks out in my own parenting. And if anybody knows me personally, they know that is not a thing that I have ever aspired to be. No shade, but I have always wanted to be better. And I am just seeing that little red bone poke out in these streets, especially now with my child being a teenager. And I'm just, my mama is coming out and I don't like it.
Right. Um, for me, I would say that I'm either extremely fucking motivated where I get shit done, or I'm extremely super fucking lazy. Like I feel like I don't have a middle ground, and
Mm-hmm.
which sucks. It's amazing when I'm feeling motivated, but them slumps that I get in where I'm just feeling lazy and I really don't feel like doing shit. Like it takes a lot to push myself to get out of those super lazy moments. And as much as you don't want to call yourself lazy, like nigga, I'm lazy. Like I I feel like I'm doing a lot of positive now, but I just look at how much more successful or how much stuff I could get done if I didn't procrastinate and I was more motivated and not as lazy. So it's not a good thing to admit about myself, but yeah, it sucks. Let's see. Oh, what terrified you as a kid that isn't scary anymore?
Chucky. So let me tell y'all, one day I was sitting at the dining room table, and the way the table was situated, you could see the TV from where I sat. I had like a straight shot on the TV. And y'all
Mm-hmm.
remember the TV Guide channel where it
Yeah.
used to show a preview over in the like the left or right
In the
hand corner,
corner, and the rest will be
and
the
all the
guy.
words was from.
Uh-huh.
All I know is I was sitting there minding my business. We were eating breakfast. My parents were still together. So that, I mean, I was hella young, and I never liked dolls, even as a
Uh-huh.
kid. Like I like Barbie dolls, but I never liked
Like those
baby
baby
dolls.
dolls. Mm-hmm.
Right. I saw the motherfucking trailer for one of them Chuckies. I wanted to piss my fucking pants. Like I always knew it was something wrong with these motherfucking dolls. And now look at this little nigga with a knife.
Right.
Nigga.
Like I knew it.
Confirmation. Confirmation. I I had a dream too. Like I had a dream a few months after that about Chucky, and Chucky somehow made it to my house, but I mailed that nigga to China. I remember this dream so vividly. I mailed him to China. Well, one day the mailman comes, and you know how like they used to throw the newspaper at your door.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the motherfucking mailman, he threw a clear package in a box, like of a box, and Chucky was inside. So, and I will never forget
Bitch.
this part, y'all. When the package hit the doorstep, it felt like something on my bed and it woke me up. And I started crying.
Girl.
I don't fuck with dolls.
Yes.
To this day.
To this day.
I don't fuck with dolls.
All right. So, but you wait a minute. So you said to this day you still scared of it?
I don't fuck with dolls, but I can watch Chucky
Oh,
now.
okay. That in particular. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
Murder mysteries for me. So when I was a kid, like
Used to be scared of those.
unsolved mysteries.
That's crazy because that's all you fucking do is watch shit like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It does not scare me anymore. Like I love murder mysteries. When I was a kid, that shit used to creep me out. Like there's shows where they would be talking about all these murderers and like they're going around and we can't even find them motherfuckers no more. So what was the other one? America's Most Wanted, where they got these goddamn killers on the loose. And if you got any information, call this nigga. And that shit used to fucking terrify me because I was just like, yo, it's some crazy motherfuckers out here. And now as an adult, I'm like, it's some crazy motherfuckers out here. Like, tell me more. Like,
I would have never guessed that. But I guess it's similar to my situation because I was so scared of Chucky, but I'm like the biggest horror film fan. Like I could watch any scary movie now. I'm ready.
It doesn't.
That's
because you
wild.
done already got
guess that.
scared to death. And now you're like, if I made it through that damn dream, then I'm good.
That dream was so trash.
Okay. What is something that feels rude but really isn't? Like to you. But in real life it's not rude.
Oh, there's so many things that I'm drawing a blank. No,
Not
for real.
so many.
There's a lot of little things. I don't like when certain people say sis, but I'm trying to find a real good one. Sis is the new bitch though for most people. Like if you're not really my
just
friend,
stop saying that then because I really be like sis.
no, that's what I was about to say. If you're not really my friend, don't call me sis. Like if I'm on Twitter and I say something and you respond like sis, comma,
So that's like
usually some
bitch
bullshit on Twitter. Twitter's a different
because
world though.
I'm in a Facebook group, the one that we're in, and I definitely people be calling me sis and I call them sis. So are we saying bitch to each other?
I don't know. I don't know how y'all interact. I'm just saying for me, that's me. But you go first because I'm trying to think of a good one because there really are a lot of things.
So for me, I feel like I'm being rude and I even get anxiety a little bit about it. Like, damn, I hope I'm not being a bitch about this. But in real life, it's not rude. Asking niggas that owe you money for your coins back and be like, so when you gonna pay me my money? Like, I just always like get so, I overthink how the fuck to ask. Like, especially if it's a friend. I'm just like, so normally I normally wouldn't do this, but I need my goddamn money. Like it feels like I'm being hella rude, but in real life, you're like, no, nigga, you said you borrowing this money. No.
I was like, oh, this might be a segue. She
No.
tried to put me on blast on the Chatty Pass.
To all of my friends, no one owes me money. I promise. This was just in general. No, like I'll like, and it ain't like immediate, like as soon as they give it to me, I'm just like, all right, where's my coins? But like if they like, all right, I'm gonna pay you back in like a month. Like I'll have it and I'll give you back in a month. Normally I'm not gonna hit you up at that month, but like when 2 months hit, I'm like, all right, so I don't know how to say this, but I kind of want my money, but I don't know how to say it. So I feel like I'm being rude, but like I think in actuality it's like a valid thing to do, I guess. If I'm being rude, y'all let me know.
I don't think that's not rude. The fuck is your money? I can't really think of nothing. You know what I found out was rude that I do though? That I don't think that it's rude. What? When you text somebody and you just start texting, but you don't say hello first. And so for me, my thinking is I'm not calling you on the phone. If I was calling somebody, I would say, hey, hello, whatever. It's not it's like a less formal type of communication.
Yeah, you get straight to the point.
And so that's my thing. So a lot of times I just start texting what I had to text. I'm not about to be like, hey, how are you? Because it may just be as simple as my best friend's wedding is on Netflix. Like what the fuck? You know what I mean?
I'm excited.
My baby daddy feels like that is so rude.
For real.
So anytime I text him, I have to be like morning, comma, da 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 da, and it's like such an extra waste of
We're
my
not
thumb
writing a
energy.
daggone first class mail like letter.
I don't
Like
really care how you're doing most days, to be
I just want to
honest.
give you this information and then like
Will
keep
we
it
be enough so you
moving.
can collect your kid?
Damn. I wonder if people
Yeah.
think I'm rude because I might some people I'm like I might say hey or bish or like you're maybe that's a
Right.
greeting.
But then sometimes you just don't, because it's
Yeah,
like,
most of the times I'm just like why the fuck. Oh, do, 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 do.
so I
Yeah.
heard that was rude. I don't think it is. I can't think of anything. I think the things that I think are rude are just me being an overthinker. It's fine. I think everything is shade, so it's no big deal.
You probably think I'm shady as shit like that bitch
You
always.
are.
Okay, well then this is kind of moving not in the same direction but similar. What is something that people assume about you but that isn't true?
Don't correct me. I'm not mean.
I'm not saying
Everybody,
anything. Give your answer.
everybody thinks that I'm mean when they first meet me, and I don't think that I'm mean. I think I'm either just minding my business, so I'm quiet, and I guess my resting bitch face is activated, or if I'm not comfortable, like if I'm not comfortable with somebody, I'm not going to be outgoing. Like I am an introvert. It's just when I'm around my friends, I'm comfortable enough to be more
I was
outgoing.
saying
But
how
if I
gonna be
don't
you.
know you, I'm just going to be chilling, observing. I'm very much, when I don't know people, I'm going to just like fall back and observe. But I've heard a lot of people say that they thought I was mean. And I don't think that I'm mean. I'm blunt, but I'm not mean.
Okay.
Cheers.
So my answer is similar. I do not think that. Well, people often say that I come off either like I'm a bitch or I'm conceited, like stuck up. And I feel like I'm very far from stuck up. I'll never forget my freshman year of college. I was walking across the campus, and this dude, I guess he was like, "Hey, I'm not the only bitch on the campus, so I don't usually turn around. I'm not the first person to turn around if somebody says "hey" or "yo"
I
or
never
something."
turn around if somebody says a.
Right. So I kept walking because I'm also walking with a group of people. So I don't even know who the fuck you're talking to. Like it's other like it's a campus, my nigga. Like it's not
Right.
like it's other people. And so I kept walking, and then he was like, he walked up and was like, "So you didn't hear me talking to you?" And I was like, "What?" Like, no, I wasn't paying attention. Like I was talking to my friends or whatever. Like, nah. He was like, "See, that's what I'm talking about." Like I was just telling someone, like, "Bro, you come off mad, like stuck up." And I was like looking at my, I was like, "I'm not stuck up though. Like you don't even know me. Like literally, maybe like a couple months of school. Like how the fuck we're not in the same friend circle. Like we know the same people, but we're not friends. So like, how could you even say that I'm like stuck up? Like I would take being a somebody saying that I'm a bitch more because my mannerisms can come off like I'm a bitch. But to say that I'm stuck up, I'm so not a stuck up like conceited person like at all. But I also have a resting bitch face that most people ask me what the fuck is wrong. I had
I,
a resting bitch face at my wedding. Like literally, my new mother-in-law has to ask my husband, "Is everything okay? Is she fine?" First of all, I was pregnant, so you throw a resting bitch face, and me being nervous. I usually get a resting bitch face when I'm nervous. When I'm listening, like I don't even watch our YouTube podcast back because I'm sure my face is like looking like, "Oh, is she mad at her? Like, what's going on?" But yeah, I think it's just my face and like I can be blunt or like I'm sarcastic. So people probably take my face and my sarcasm as bitchy. So I will let that pass before conceitedness or stuck up.
I've never understood that term resting bitch face, because for one, my cheeks are going to hurt if I'm smiling all day. And for two, I feel like I'm going to look nuts if I'm literally just walking
Smiling
around
all day. Like,
smiling. Like, I'm just like, this is just my face. Like if I'm walking down I used to hate walking down the street or a hallway or something, somebody being like,
"Wow, girl."
when you smile, why you looking like that? Why you fake like nigga?
But every time I walk past people, I'm just supposed to be like,
I'm like, I'm actually having a good ass day, but like right now I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. And I'm not here to
right now
make
you're
y'all
about to
niggas
make
feel
me frown
comfortable.
even more. Like,
That is so annoying. I've had like a few people that I'm cool with now though be like in the beginning they felt like I was like one of my friends, she was like I was just like intimidated because you just seemed like you just wasn't here for no bullshit. And I was like, well,
but that's
because we
true
met
though.
at work. We were
Sounds
at work,
familiar.
so shut up. I was like, we were at work and that job was on some super duper bullshit. And we had cubicles, but we had the little big sliding door. So I could just close my cubicle off. So
That's
if I did
lit.
not have to be sociable, I closed my cubicle. So I was
Right.
like, I was just trying to stay low and not get
Do
fired.
this time and be out. Just here so I don't get fined, sis.
But everybody was just like, not everybody, but I've had like 3 or 4 people be like, in the beginning, I don't know. Somebody was like, "Hey, yo, you really are cool as shit." I was like, "I know."
Yeah.
He was like, "Yeah, I just didn't know." Whoa, whoa.
I'm like, nigga, I'm lit. Fuck you talking about. Let's see. Oh, so what's something after years later that you're still salty about? Something in your life or something that happened or whatever that you're still salty about that you
Not
think that
going
or
to
that you
the
want to share.
college. Oh,
Uh,
not going to the college that I wanted to go to for a nigga, like a dumb bitch. Stairs.
Stupid. Mine also has to do with college, but a little bit more dark. I am still salty that I had to stay back in college. So I was weeks away from graduation, and one of my professors told me it was 2 classes that I needed to graduate in my major, and she told me that I did not have a passing grade. She said that I did not have a passing grade because I had missed too many days in her class. Well, I played sports in college, and if anyone knows, if you're a student athlete, any day that you miss class, that you have a game, is an excuse, and you are allowed to make up any work missed on that day. So, gave sis a whole schedule, which I did in the beginning of the class, a schedule of my games, and I'm like, I'm sure 90% of those fucking dates that I'm missing fall on these days. So then
Mm-hmm.
sis did her fact check, and yes, they did. So then I'm like, all right, give me all my work that I need to make up. I literally had to make up all the work. She was a bitch and told me that I had to make it up in a week. So I actually had same girl, Sombrero, my boo, LF,
Mm-hmm.
help me with some of the work. But I had to do all this stuff. Like it was like papers and like all type of stuff in a week. Submitted everything. I was hyped. I was like, I'm about to do this fucking graduate college, about to be lit. 2 more weeks. I'm out of here. This came back and was like, well, submitting all that work did not bring you to a passing grade. Hold up, bitch. First of all, I'm not dumb. And I was
So
good in
you
my
failed
major.
every assignment.
Right. So you mean to tell me that not only did I fail everything that I previously turned in, then now you're saying that I failed this as well. Like you're fucking lying. So she was like, well, since it's late, I can only give you partial credit. So partial credit would still not bring you because you didn't get 100% of everything. So that still is going to give you like failing grades. No, I'm not supposed to be penalized for doing it fucking late, bitch. You're not supposed to take off points because it's late. So I'm like, fuck this. You playing with me because like I got my parents coming down here. Like, bitch, I'm graduating. What the fuck you talking about? Like, what do you mean? Go to the provost because I'm not fucking playing. Talking to the provost, and she was like, definitely it's in the school rules. You cannot do that. You cannot penalize any student athlete for making up any work due to, the days. Like, especially since she gave you such a short turnaround and you submitted everything correct, then no, she can't penalize you for that. I said, do you mind putting that in writing so I can show sis? She put it in writing. Bet. So I'm like hyped at this point. Give her the joint. She was like, so I guess she seen that she was like caught on some shit. So she was like, no, I didn't tell you that it was late. I told you that those were just the grades that you earned. First of all, never been hard of hearing. Mike can't see, but I'm not hard of hearing. I know what the fuck you said. So now you're trying to play me and say that I failed all of these assignments. No, the fuck I didn't. Like, you're a whole fucking liar. So when I took that to the provost, you can't really fight that, because then you're fighting what their grading scale is. Like, you can't fight a teacher saying like, no, that's not really an F. This should be a B. Like, blah blah. So she was like, that's kind of like the sticky, like the muddy waters, where like, it's one thing if she's like saying that, but the fact that you don't have in writing that she told you that, and now she's going back saying that you just failed. She's like, which I don't think that you really failed it. I think for some reason she's like just being an asshole. Yeah. So long story short, went to my department head, everything. It got down to 2 days before graduation. My parents came down and everything, and it was just like, it's nothing we could do, because you need them 2 classes to graduate. And I stayed the fuck back. And the thing that sucked is I had to go to school for a whole extra year just to get financial aid to pay for those 2 classes when I only needed 2. So in order to get my financial aid, I had to be a full-time student for the whole year. So I took one semester of classes that it was no fucking reason. And because no, actually I'm lying, because they were split up. So one class they only offered in the fall, and one was only in the spring. And that following year. So I had a bunch of classes that was just, why the fuck
that
am
you're
I sitting in
still
this?
paying for now, huh?
Yep. So I'm still salty about that. And then the bitch had a nerve when I finally did fucking graduate that following year. And after you walk across the stage, like in the front, like it's usually the faculty and the staff. Mm-hmm. When I'm walking back to my seat after walking across the fucking stage, do you know this raggedy bitch had the fucking nerve to say congratulations? First of all, shut the fuck up and leave me the fuck alone, because you're the reason why I'm here, and I probably got extra thousands of dollars on my fucking student loan. So fuck you, Dr. Porter. Suck a dick. I'm still salty to this day, if you can't. If you didn't hear that in my voice, loves, or see it in my resting bitch face. I'm still salty about that shit, little bitch. Sound like Big Sean. Let's see. I guess this could be the last one. This is a cute one, especially since we were just talking about boo. If your pet could have a pet peeve, what would it be?
My pet does have a pet peeve. You talking about like our animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chloe does have a pet peeve. She doesn't like wet grass. Like
that makes sense though.
Yeah, she's a little dog, so if it's like early morning, when it's cooler outside, or if it just rained, sis will hold her whole piss and shit until like noonish, when the sun comes out a little. She does not fuck with rain. If it's raining outside and I'm like, you ready to go outside, she'll go in her room like,
no, I'm straight on that. I had a little dog that was like similar in stature to Chloe, and she didn't like the snow. Sis will walk like and she would hold one paw up like, peasants, how do I pee? And like if you squawk, because she was a female dog, like her butt is in the snow, and sis was just, she hated that shit. So yeah, I can see it.
My other dog, Carly, she doesn't like touching her paws, which is,
that must be something in their breed, because I've done that to Diego, where like his paw is sitting and I put my hand on his paw and he'll take it off like, bitch, chill out, or like just move it, like get the fuck off my feet. So yeah, maybe that's their breed, because they're the same kind of dog.
Weirdos.
Yeah, if Diego had a pet peeve, it would be anything that doesn't reside in this house. Like anything that is out this structure, he has a pet peeve with. I mean, somebody walking down the street and coughing, someone closing their car door, the mailman placing the mail on the step, somebody
is a guard dog.
But he's an alarm, not a guard dog. He's an alarm dog, because he is not guarding shit. He is just there to alert us that you're something's going
like
on.
That.
But that's his pet peeve. He don't like that shit. If you ain't, he said, if you ain't my niggas, then like the fuck.
These dogs and their personalities. Those are other kids. Also, if you don't have dogs, don't get them.
They are literally like having children, like in real life, like their personality. Like with mine, it's like my son will be turned up or like be all up in my face and like, hey, give me my space. It's like as soon as he leaves and goes upstairs, here come Diego, little black ass. Like earlier today, He just put his paws in his head. I'm sitting on the couch, laying on my lap. And my husband was like, why is he just laying on you like that? I'm like, because this nigga gets jealous. Like, my son and my dog get jealous of each other. Like, if one is paying too much attention to me or I'm paying too much attention to them, the other's just like, nah, fuck this shit. Pay attention to me. And I'm like, yo, y'all have to fucking relax. Like, get like my daughter and just like ignore me because it's crazy.
That's how my two dogs are. They're jealous of one another. And I admittedly give one more attention than the other.
We know.
Because, that nigga don't shed. Carly sheds like crazy.
It's their breed, bro.
You pet her and it's just hair. It's too
that's
much.
Something that she cannot help that. That's like discriminating because of the color of her hair.
People do it all the time, sis.
I know.
No.
But look, I love Carly Boo. I love Chloe Boo too.
I was gonna say you love Chloe a lot though. Okay.
Yeah, that's bad. That's all. I had a million more, but we can get to T and TV. I feel like I'm doing yoga with my legs.
So today I watched a lot of TV.
Oh, I feel like I'm about to be behind. I hope I watch everything.
Do I want to start with the T or do I want to start? No, let's start with the T.
Okay.
Because we both watch different TV. So I feel like we're going to be on TV for a while. So I just want to say congratulations to Zendaya and Regina King for winning an Emmy. Zendaya won one for Euphoria, a great show that I wish that Dice would give a fair chance. And Regina King on her show Watchmen, both on HBO. You know, Watchmen was good.
I never watched Watchmen.
But it just took me a while to figure out what the fuck was going on. Because the first 6 episodes, it's only 8. The first 6 episodes, I was like, but it's no worse than Lovecraft Country, the shit I'm watching now. Now that shit, I don't know what the fuck is going on with that.
Like, but by the end of the episode, every episode of that, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, bro?
But Zendaya is the second woman to win for, I think it's lead actress in a drama. The first black woman was Viola Davis in 2015 for How to Get Away with Murder. Right. And there's a particular scene when Rue, Zendaya's character, is outside of Fez. The white dude that looked like Rory from Joe Budden podcast. Mm-hmm. It's this scene that they have when she's outside of his house. And when I watched it with JT, I was like, if this bitch don't win all the awards for this scene alone,
it was
I
believable.
Do not know. I knew when I saw that. I said, this is not the same bitch from Shake It Up on Disney. The one I used to watch with Mara. So shout out to my fellow Virgo sis. Yes. And she's like, I want to say she's the youngest black woman. I don't know if it's woman, but I know she's definitely the youngest black. I mean, there's only 2, so it must have been just woman. Anywho, her ass is only like 24. That's so shout out to her. Regina King won for Watchmen, but Regina King been collecting them awards.
Sis got all she was like, run me my hardware, please. Thank you.
It's crazy because when you watch, like, she wasn't really in Boys in the Hood, but she was in that one scene, or like Poetic Justice, or just some of the old. Yes, you know what I'm saying? When you watch movies like that, like I have watched even How Stella Got Her Groove Back like 2 months ago, and she was one of the sisters in that movie, and she was ghetto as hell. It's just like, okay, girl.
She said, look, I've been doing this shit for a while, honey. Y'all keep sleeping on me, but I've been in this game for a minute.
Yes. So congrats. I'm sure other people won, but I didn't watch that shit. And
I'm rooting for everyone that's black.
That part. So that's TV. Oh, did you hear about one of them dudes from that show, Cheer?
Yeah. The dude, Jerry. It's fucking bananas. Oh.
I didn't know his name, but yeah.
His name's Jerry Harris.
He got arrested for child pornography.
Yep. So the crazy thing is, apparently this story has been developing for a while, but I was totally in the fucking dark, which is weird because like I'm really into like the whole Cheer scene, and like I just thought I would knew. No. And I was talking to one of my daughter's old coaches and was like, I was like, did you know about this? And she was like, yes. Like this been going on for a minute where like it was accusations that had came out because one of the mothers of one of the kids seen inappropriate pictures in her son's phone that was like 14, I think they say it was 13 or 14, inappropriate pictures. And so she reported it, I believe, to the cheer gym that they cheered at, and then they have an obligation to then report it to the authorities, and they also have to report it to the higher, like the organization that's over like cheer nationally or whatever, like competitive cheer and stuff. So I think in the beginning it was just like allegations, but they said when they questioned him, he admitted to everything. And he was just like, yes, like he told me his age and I still asked to see pictures and I sent him pictures and we talked because it wasn't any question that he was gay. Like we knew he was gay. Like a lot of the guys that were on the team were gay. But what makes it so shocking is if you guys watch Cheer on Netflix, he was like the most positive, likable character in the whole fucking movie. So like literally, even just this summer, he spoke to my daughter's cheer team. Like they did a Zoom joint, like motivating kids and stuff like that. He's like a lot of Black cheerleaders, male and female, like looked up to him because he was just so positive. And he was like, even though you might not be the best one on the team, you might not be the flyer or the main base or whatever, like you can still be a positive input to your team by being supportive and like cheer them on. Like everybody like really liked him. So when I first heard about this shit, I was like, ooh, clutch my pearls, cause fucking what? Like I was just so shocked. I'm like, yo, it's some nasty niggas out here. Like you just never fucking know. You would think somebody is the most positive, amazing person, and then you don't know what the fuck they doing behind closed doors or what they into. Like that shit was crazy, which is wild because
I'm never going to understand that. I'm never going to understand the appeal of a child
at all. I don't get
like
it.
we were watching this movie, not this movie. You know, I don't care. It's my motherfucking guilty pleasure. Fuck y'all niggas.
What?
I used to like the Twilight movies because I like the books, so I went to go see them or whatever. So there's this one character when they started the movie, he was not of age. He was like 16, 17. But then by the time he turned into the werewolf, he was 18. And when he turned to the werewolf, that's when he was taking his shirt off. So he took his shirt off in one of the movies, and I was like, I went online, I looked, I was like, nah, I can't say nothing. Joe was like, what? I said, it don't matter. So then the next movie I watched, and his shirt off was off again. I was like, there we go. Come on, Jacob, you better go have your shirt off. JC was like, is that what you was talking about in the last movie? I was like, yeah, but that nigga was only 17 in that movie, so I wasn't looking at
I
that
had to
shit.
wait till he was of age.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Switching but staying on the same topic. Have you heard about the controversy about that another Netflix movie? Cuties.
That was on the list too.
Oh,
so
okay.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard mixed. I've heard a lot of people saying it's just gross to them, but then I heard some other people saying there is one clip that's like really long and uncomfortable. Yes. But if you can make it through that clip, there's a bigger message to the movie.
To the actual movie.
I haven't watched it. However, I did see them trying to pit that movie against Bring It, that a show I used to watch with
I used to watch
my
that
daughter.
Out of Bring It. They even interviewed Diana, didn't they?
Yeah, and Diana was like, but we're not twerking. One thing about that, we are majorette, like our dances are similar to majorette dancing that you would see at a HBCU, which for the most part, if you watch the show, it is. Yeah. But I'm not gonna lie, sometimes even watching Bring It, I would just be like, that's a lot. That's enough. But I mean, I knew what it was when I was watching Bring It. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I put my daughter in that dance class, I would know what I'm getting.
That's what you would expect, right?
Right. So I didn't like that they were trying to put this movie against that. Because I saw a little clip, somebody played it on like the Shade Room or one of them joints that I follow, and I saw like a little clip. I didn't even watch the whole thing because I was just like, oh hell no, and I just kept scrolling.
So I haven't watched the movie either, but me and my husband watched this reaction to it. So this got to be watching on YouTube. Like we always watching YouTube shit, and this guy was doing a reaction to it, and he had actually watched the whole movie, and he was like, it took him a couple days to even get through the whole movie, but apparently the movie is an accurate portrayal of the actual producer or writer of the movie. Like it's a black woman over in, I think from France. I think they're from France, and it's about her life. And so he was saying, "Wow, I don't agree with everything. How can you say you can't agree with somebody's actual life story?" He was like, "But as a male, looking at a lot of those scenes, it made me feel uncomfortable." So I'm on the whole time they doing a little reaction. Me and my husband like, oh, you know, these people just so extra hypersensitive. Everybody's sensitive. Can't nobody dance. Oh, because they showing a little bit of stomach or they showing a leg, like it's super, hypersensitive. And like while he's doing a reaction, he would have like little clips of little stuff. I'm like, that is not even that bad. Like, what are you talking about? Blah blah. Like, look at their outfit or look how they dancing. And he was like, all right, this was the part for me that kind of made me the most uncomfortable. My nigga. That clip that he showed must be the clip that they're playing on social media, because I actually haven't seen it on social media, because me and my husband both got quiet. We looked at each other. I was like, all right, that's the fuck terrible. He was like, yo, I wanted you to say it first, because I was sitting here like, I was like, bro, all I'm saying is if I seen any choreography of anything that my daughter was doing, I would yank her ass off the fucking stage. But so I just feel like, I don't know, like I feel like it was a lot, but if they're telling a story and that's an actual something that she did, maybe they didn't have to be that graphic. But a lot of times people make these docu-series or these movies to evoke emotion or to feel a certain kind of way or to kind of shock you into actually listening to the message. And the guy was actually saying that there is a message to the whole movie, but he didn't want to ruin it for people who had seen it. Like, get into that skirmish because of some of the stuff that the girls were doing, where it felt hyper sexual, I guess, per se. But I hadn't seen it personally. But yeah, Netflix with the yikes aronies out here.
I don't think I'm going to watch it.
I don't
Like,
think I would either. Honestly, I have no care. I watched the review. I got the gist of it, and even before I knew about it, I don't think, like, looking at they showed like the screen clip on how it looked on Netflix, I probably would have scrolled past. I'm sure that joint in the top 10 now, because everybody probably talking about that shit.
that's nasty if it is, but
All right.
yeah,
I'm
I'm
straight on
good.
that.
I won't be watching that. So Ray J filed to divorce Princess Love, and I just want to expedite service on that relationship because I'm sick of this. They literally have separated or filed for divorce like 3 times now, if not
Let me
more.
tell y'all something. Sonia Norwood told Ray J off the Riznai, the rip, not to fuck with that girl. He was just like, she was like, I just don't see it. So whether it's her fault or his fault, it was something that his mama seen that shit was not going to last, whether it was her son or his wife. But yeah, like they have beautiful children, but I don't think Ray J ready to be nobody's husband right now. Like, he needs to just deal with his scooty bikes and his business. I think at first it was, and maybe he has an addictive personality. Maybe the addiction at first was women, but it seems like now the addiction is work. So I need, maybe he just need to focus on working. And I don't know, husband life ain't for him right now. Ain't he now? How old is Ray J?
Um,
Because
he's
isn't
probably in
Brandy
his
like
late
my age?
30s.
Really? Is that old? I don't know why I thought he was like maybe early 30s. Like he just turned 30 or some
Because
shit.
Brandy is
Yeah, because they're
like
not that far
41,
apart.
42.
Yeah, and I
So,
ain't like 10, 15 years apart. So they're not that far apart like that. So
yeah,
yeah, he would have to be at least in his mid 30s, I guess.
I don't even, I think he's more like 37, 38.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe Sir is not ready. Who knows? But yeah, just let it be done because I don't want no more conversations with them. Even though I did watch
I'm
the
sick
conversation. The other
of
one.
that. Before we move into the conversation, because I do want to talk about that show, but that's
I
TV
finally watched
time.
it.
August Alsina, ma'am,
What he do?
you know
What he
he
doing
dropped
there?
that tire ass video for that entanglement song on Jada Pinkett birthday.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
I have to go online and watch it. I thought that had died out and like
It been died out, but he was just
any
Virgo
more sales.
men. Jesus Christ, they make us look so bad. Like this nigga really waited until her birthday, and anywho, I didn't watch the video. I just saw that it was a thing, and I was like, today.
He said I'm sending a
50
message to you.
a show is being developed on Stars about the beef between 50 Cent and the Game. And
Their
you
beef
know,
is that
I didn't even know that their beef was that serious, that it
I
would be
thought
a
they
show.
was beefing like on some like because of the label shit and like I don't know. I thought it was like some business shit, but like them niggas beefing like him and Ja Rule, like it not like beef, like
50
I
hopped in
never
some
knew.
comments to say something about it. So I was like, oh, I guess it must be deeper than what we know or what I know. Because I'm not
Maybe
no
it's
super
some
duper
behind
hip
the
hop
scenes
head.
shit. Yeah, it might be some
So,
shit that we like. Ooh, that's sketchy.
are you still gonna watch Real Housewives of Atlanta now that Nene is leaving?
I'm so fucking annoyed with that because I love me an extra bitch on my fucking reality show, and she was my extra bitch, and I can't do an extra bitch like Kenya. She just gets on my
Mm-mm.
nerves. I don't like that kind of extra. But yeah, I remember it was like murmurs and stuff about her not coming back and but it wasn't anything really officially said. But then I found out because Andy Cohen, I follow him and he had made this whole post about, you know how like basically they grew together with this whole show, like from them being like the first season all
Right.
the way up and like everything that they've learned and everything. And so he was just like, he's sad to see her, be not be a part of this when she was such a big contributor. But like, hopefully they can get to work together on some other stuff. Which to me, that seemed like it was like a little hint that maybe she might have a spinoff or something like that. Which I thought she had at one time, but maybe she didn't. I don't know. But so I seen that, and then I saw a post. I think from was it a blog or did it come straight from Portia? But I don't know. She was filming with some other girl. I guess that's supposed to be joining the cast, which I had no clue who
Yeah, I
she was.
saw
But
that.
they said it like somebody that I should know, but I didn't know who the fuck she was. She's
I don't know who
married
it
to somebody
is.
with money or something, but I'll still watch it. Like I just want to see what the drama's going to be. But like, and it honestly, the past like 2 seasons, even though Nini's been on it, she ain't been on it like she normally be on it. Like she'll come through a couple episodes, be shady. The last season when she was trying to basically men shit with everybody and then beef with Kenya. But she's kind of been fading out the past couple of seasons anyway. So she hasn't always been like the main character and stuff like that for the past couple of years. So I'll still watch it to see what it's like. Like it's gonna be interesting to see a storyline now since Mimi's like the focus and was the bad guy and like, oh, she always messes up the vibe of the group. Now y'all should be kumbaya unless it's this new joint. Like, which it ain't gonna be on TV if it's kumbaya. So we'll see.
Right.
Ain't they
So
how
do
they
you
gonna
have
record it? Cause
Atlanta is wide open. What you mean?
they are them niggas wild and no mask and all. All right.
So do you have any more tea? Because I was gonna move into TV.
He Bobby Shmurda was denied parole. He was supposed to be getting out, but apparently I did not know he was in there for 6 years. And apparently the end of his sentence would be December 2021. But I guess like he was looking to get out this year. And they thought that like his lawyers was like he should get it, but for some reason after his parole hearing interview, whatever you call it, was like a week or so ago, they denied it. So it looks like Sir Schmurder will be there until the end of next year to serve his whole fucking sentence. Um, oh, so I didn't see it, but my husband saw it, and I saw a post about it. Apparently, Bronny Jr. is out here smoking J's on IG Live. Like he he just got on IG Live and started rolling up and smoking. And I need him to relax because even if you do that, sir, why are you on live? You are probably messing up money for your father's endorsements or your potential future endorsements. You have to relax. So you're not in the NBA yet. Like, I know you want a future in the NBA, but these famous kids have to relax, especially the normal ones who actually want to go into some type of career. Now, if you're the ones that's just like not doing shit, like even when like Malia was out there, like smoking her J in college, I was like, but sir, I mean, sorry, but ma'am,
but she was doing it at a party where she probably thought it was like.
That's true, because she was in a crowd of niggas. But like, I mean, Secret Service, she just be like, chill, don't say nothing. Because even though they're no longer like the first family, they'll have Secret Service
Right,
for
they
life.
still have, right.
So it's like they just know. They're like, oh yeah, she be sparking up. I'm the one who get her shit for her. I don't know. Anyway, interesting. What else? I don't know. I don't think I have anything else. Oh, speaking of YouTube, so I am not a fan of Just Hilarious. I don't think she's funny at all. Like, I follow her on social media, and she was like in a couple things that I was like, oh, giggle worthy. So like, I follow her, but even on like when she was on Wild 'N Out, she wasn't one of the funnier ones. And then like just the stuff that she does on social media just isn't, it just isn't funny to me. Well, my husband told me that she has a YouTube page, especially with everything going on with like coronavirus and, you know, people aren't really filming and stuff like that, that she has a YouTube page. And he was like, yo, it's funny as fuck. I said, are you talking about Just Hilarious from Baltimore? And he was like, yes. I'm like, she's not funny to me. He was like, all right, watch this season of her show with me, and I bet you that you're going to think she's funny. And I was like, I'll give it a couple episodes, but like, I'm sure, like, she's not. Nigga, that ain't funny as fuck. So she has episodes with her baby daddy that apparently like it's known that they don't get along. I guess they're cordial and they get along, but they have episodes together. Then she has other episodes where she's going behind the scenes. She did a comedy show tour, and one of them was at the MGM joint. And it was like a lot of behind the scenes. And then she has like other stuff where it's skits where they're like playing out a scenario and stuff. And it's just like her facials. Then like it was another time where she was like downtown Baltimore and she was high with her best friend and being canceled. It was a lot funnier than I fucking would think. But
I know this was a while ago, so
I watched that because I need to
like
laugh.
I said, y'all gonna get all of this Chatty Patty because I was actually sitting up.
They was
trying
to get
with
Ellen
B-Dub because it was actually funny.
Why
especially when
She's
you
trash.
want to not that I didn't like her.
I don't know because I don't have the specifics, but
like, this person
what was
funny,
reported
like,
is that apparently
me laugh, and like
she allowed
and I was like,
negative work environment where she was
she actually was kind of
her staff was mistreating
really
people or her leadership or the niggas that run the fucking show
conversation with
were
Masika
mistreating the
and
staff,
Hazel
and they were being
Did you watch
rude too.
both
And they said like
parts?
Ellen was
Both
not nice,
What
or
are your
she
thoughts?
wasn't mean. She was bitchy.
But
I heard. I'm
they
sorry
a fucking mess. Like,
but I heard about
so
Ellen
after watching it
and how
like,
she
I
acted
knew,
and how she treated
first
people
of all,
like
I
2
never
years
saw
ago.
anybody get in the ambulance.
So
that was
all
number
of this
one.
stuff
Like,
that came
maybe I
out this
missed that
year,
part,
I was like,
but
oh, okay, fine.
But this is my thing.
In the previews, like,
I don't give a fuck if somebody's mean. Like,
so I was kind of
that
confused
doesn't
I was
concern me one way or the other. If I am,
so
let me see. I'm trying to give like a example. Say it was Oprah.
First of all,
when she had her talk show. Say Oprah is the biggest bitch, and she's like, I really don't want to talk to you peasants. Like, I'm just here to fucking run this company and do this talk show and like let my producers handle it and you address them and like they're bitchy. I don't give a fuck.
The friend
if
is
your
a whole
boss
bitch.
is
Let me tell you
bitchy.
something.
Just don't work for them.
But
what
sneaking
I
her
have
like
a problem
that, that's
with
kind of fucked
is
up.
the people, the staff or whatever. If they're being discriminatory or they're being rude, and
the change
that kind
in
like
tone
I'm not gonna say rude because I don't give a fuck about rude.
After Masika got
If they are mistreating you and your work environment is
she was just
hostile or
how it went from like, bitch, this ain't what you want, I'm gonna fuck you
well, anyway,
like,
I don't know.
I would never.
What is the fucking word? Toxic, I guess. I don't know.
Television.
Then
really?
you have the right to no longer work for the people who report the people. But
really,
I don't give no fuck about nobody being
really
mean.
changed.
Like,
so just like,
I need more receipts. Like, do you know how many motherfuckers are mean
even though
to
the
me
person
in
was
life?
trying to run up
I have
to
bosses.
didn't run up like
I had
somebody
a
like
fucking
snuff
boss
you with
tell me to
some
my
bitch
face
shit.
like,
but like
if you don't act right and you don't want to be here, you can be replaced. You can always leave.
So,
I don't give a fuck about
and
somebody being rude or bitchy to me.
So
when people are like,
why is she
"Oh,
on
Ellen
this
should be
show after a
canceled
couple
because like
weeks
she
of
was
having
really
a
a
baby?
bitch and
Like,
she allowed this toxic environment," like,
I thought she was
I really
still
don't give a fuck.
pregnant.
Is she directly being
I thought
she was or
she's like
toxic
8
towards
weeks
you? If not, then
postpartum, and
I
I
really
was
don't give
like,
a fuck.
oh,
But
okay.
I know
she must not be breastfeeding
were,
because you would have lost a little bit of
they
that.
were in the works of actually canceling her show altogether.
Listen, I'm
where
not
like
here to body shame.
they were looking at
That's
other
true.
guys. Like
I'm
the
not
dude
either.
that I forgot his fucking name. He's
she
funny
was
as
still
shit. It's a
pregnant.
white dude that does all the
James
the
Corden.
karaoke. Yeah, that does the
did.
karaoke. He had Migos and all of this shit or whatever.
Masika,
like
not that I'm a big fan of Masika
he was
either,
supposed to
but
actually be taking over her show,
like
or they were
less,
talking about. I don't know if it was like
Masika was
official,
always funny
but
to me
they
because
were
she's
talking
witty
about
as fuck.
him
Like,
taking over the show.
she's gonna
Which
give
I was
you
like,
a
oh,
good
that might actually be
read.
funny because that nigga is actually like
I
really
did
funny
not
as fuck.
realize,
but
I never understood.
But like in true fashion,
like,
you don't talk about
sometimes
shit
I
for a
see
little
them
while,
commenting about each other on
show
like
is
the
coming
shade
back
room, and I was just like are y'all still mad over Young Bird? Hitman, whatever his name, Hitmaker,
nobody else that's taking
like, y'all
place.
still
It's
mad
still gonna
at
be the
this
Ellen show, and
about that?
supposedly,
so I guess
her
this
first
show
episode,
cleared up
she's
what the
going
real
to be
beef was,
addressing
which I
the
still
allegations
just feel like
and the investigation.
that it was
I feel like she shouldn't address shit.
But
like,
address
what? Like, for fucking what? Like,
not
I'm a
Team
bitch.
Masika,
Niggas don't
but
like
I
me.
guess
If they
Team
don't like it,
Masika
then
because
don't
I
fucking
really
work for
just
me.
don't
It's
like
plenty of
Hazel
shows out here. Be blessed.
But
Like,
when
what the
she
fuck are you
wanted
talking
to
about?
call
Like,
the police
I don't have to be
after
nice to you to
she
own a
got that
business.
ass tag,
Like, I don't have
she was
to
just throwing
have
glass.
a
You was
show
ready to
or
fight.
empire. I'm just telling.
for,
It's my shit. I'm focusing on what the fuck I'm doing.
Too.
And because
but
I'm not
I
nice
would have been
to
mad
you,
about
like,
the
you gonna cancel me? Like, nigga,
money.
suck my dick and
And
go on
I'm
another
sure she
show.
don't have money like that. And they definitely snatched away. They got the girl on camera.
It has to be more to it. It has to be more to it. Like,
that, but
she has to be doing more than
don't
just
call the police.
being
That's
bitchy
like
and being mean to people.
Decide
like, if
to
she's saying racial slurs, like she's being sexist or something like that, it has to be something more for me to cancel somebody for them just being.
We both
like
was
get the fuck
wrong
out of here.
in
Like,
this bitch.
y'all
And like now I'm gonna call the cops. Like, I get it.
Ellen,
like, it
I don't
ended up being
watch that
fucked up
show,
because you the one who got your finger jammed
either way,
and you're
whether the show was
bleeding
on
and she
or
ripped
not.
hair out and stuff like that.
And
And
I
ripped her
understand
earring.
what
I
you're
get
saying.
it.
Like,
That just
niggas
means,
are
like,
what happens. I mean, like, that's
get
just the
fucked
way that
up.
life
Send the
is.
goons.
Right.
Send the boom
I
goons.
didn't
And I did
realize
not know
we would be talking
that
about Ellen,
Ray
or else
J
I would have
and
had
her
my
smashed.
my facts here.
Ray J and who?
My bad.
Hazel, but
Lee.
nah. I've actually
in
read
the beginning
some
when
things that she did that
the
I was
first
like,
episode
nah.
when in the beginning
Like,
when he was going to their dressing
be
rooms and
me.
chit chatting with
But
them,
I'm
and
different.
he was in Masika joint, and she was like,
you my boss,
you
and
know,
I
she
don't give a
messy
fuck
as
if
shit.
you own a
She was
business.
like,
You
how do you
still
even
can't talk
feel
to
that
me
you
any
like
kind of way, and that's
slept
just how
with that? Like,
I feel.
I
don't care if you're Ellen. I don't care if you're somebody from your past, but I didn't know still have to talk to me like I'm a human being. If I have not done something to like
because then after that
negatively
he was
like really affect you, if I haven't
that threw me
fucked
off.
up your money or
I
fucked
remember
up
all
your
that.
kid or your wife, your
because she was
husband,
talking about
like you
Hazel.
cannot speak to me any kind of way. Right? Don't went through everybody that I ever worked for.
Look, I was laughing because when she kept
just
calling
been
her
to Shay.
Eric, I was like, who
maybe
the fuck is Eric?
Professional
but
Shay,
I guess her
like,
real name is Erica.
I don't know. So I'm not saying
I've definitely had niggas that come on
like,
next sideways
like,
to me at work. And look, the way I need my job and my benefits.
She was like, from a mother to a father, I just think you should understand.
It's either I deal with this shit. It's like you got options. Either
she
you be like,
definitely
fuck
will
this, I'm not
read you
dealing with
like
this, I'm the fuck
like
out.
She talking regular.
You deal with it
she's funny as shit.
and shut the fuck up. You can go to HR and try to go through the corporate way, or you get hood and fucking address it.
Yeah, I see like doses of
Dre
or something like. But
and what I
guess
do,
we'll see. I'm gonna say what's she doing.
Being hood and addressing it is not going to be a good
talking about that.
I mean, it's going to be a good outcome. Also going to HR.
But when she was back and forth with Orlando
as well. So the way I need my money and my benefits, I just keep it cute and be like, oh, all right.
Okay, so I talk about my documentary stuff now. Out a boss and walked out on that day. Well, I have done what you're not going to do is talk to me in person or call me on the phone. I'm going to follow up with that email so that it can be on paper, so that you have no choice but to either where one of the characters went to this building, either way, and the name of the building was Cabrini Green. That route. I recognize the name because I just don't like disrespect. You know, I don't say
no,
this.
for sure.
I don't say this word.
I agree.
No,
I've had a boss
C-Man.
Okay, totally disrespected me.
So in that first movie,
was yelling at me.
It was like Cabrini Green was a big part of
I don't do
my
well with
story.
I don't do well with yelling.
It's a project,
especially when you're literally like
we're in
3 or 4 years older than me.
So
this bitch was not that much older than me. You're not my
Facebook
elder.
group that I'm
so
in,
I literally
people started posting about Cabrini Green, like it was people who used to live there before it got tore down and all this other stuff.
Talking to me like that.
So I started watching little documentaries on YouTube and stuff.
And so
Cabrini Green was
because she's like, I know you hear
like
me talking to
a lot
you,
of crazy shit happened,
and that's so disrespectful to turn your back.
So
like for one, it's for
like
you to
it
be
was
sitting
like
standing
all
outside of
rivals or whatever. So like they would have
yelling
snipers,
at me, which we work
like
in corporate
on the
America,
buildings,
which means the people on my floor.
But these are like regular,
and you're yelling at
so
me
they're
like
not
I'm your fucking
good
child.
at their aim.
And you're white and I'm black.
So
and
wait a
minute. Doesn't feel
this
good
is in you
so
say in Detroit and like the projects,
in Chicago.
Like, I would not address you until you talk to me like you have some
and I don't know if it's this
and I didn't say anything,
but it
until
was
she came
somewhere
back
in a
and she talked
calmly. I don't know where it was,
and I was
but
like,
it was kind
I
of like
don't
up
appreciate
Midwest. It wasn't in this
if
area.
It's something that you
but
have
it was like the
me,
project.
talk to me,
and
like,
it was like ran down, and a lot of them was like
woman with a kid and bills. Like
abandoned,
you have to
like
fucking
some
relax.
of the apartments were
I
abandoned,
understand that
some of them like real bad, and like
far apart.
It was that area, like different gangs had different
we
buildings,
are
and like it was making it difficult for the people that still lived in them buildings, because you would be caught in a lot of stuff, and like they would shoot it from the top. So I don't know if it was the same thing. I was watching a documentary about something, and they was talking about that. So I wonder. Like, I don't know
the people
what it
that
was
birthed
called,
me. Like,
but
I was in their nuts. I was in their rooms.
That might be it, because that's what a lot of it was about. But them posting just about the history of Cabrini Green then led to
when you turned your chair.
Hearing about this one story about a kid,
or me to
I think
match
his
your
name was Darnell or Darrell, something like that. I could be wrong because I didn't write it down when I was watching it, but he was basically walking with his mom to school, like they were holding hands on the way to school, and one of those snipers accidentally shot and killed him.
Immunizations.
So this was like,
just turn my fucking back and hope that you catch the fucking context clues to fucking leave me alone.
It was in the early 90s. I want to say,
so many rude
or maybe
people.
the late 80s.
Black
maybe
women,
his was the late 80s, and the other story I'm about to say was in the early 90s. But then there's another story.
And I have
Girl
dealt
X,
with a couple of older white men. Young white men are actually kind of cool. Which
one
is,
of the some guy in the building.
All my jobs,
pulled her out of the hallway,
female
took
bosses,
her into one of the apartments,
black and white,
raped her.
Black women,
put roach
like
what's that? Raid, sprayed it down her throat.
The worst bosses I've had.
Some like
the
gang
two
symbol
worst
or
fucking bosses
words
in my
into
life
her body
were black
and
women.
she is still paralyzed to this day. Like she cannot walk, she cannot talk, because they like he fucked her up.
The dudes was
and I think she was like
had one white manager and two black
she was like 11
managers, and both
14.
of them was
I can't remember. I didn't
it's
write
something
it down,
about
but
female managers
it was
I just can't get
Girl X. Was that
I digress.
Do they refer to her as that? Was this like the name of another documentary?
The person they referred to her back then as Girl X because she was underage.
Was a black woman.
Yeah,
so familiar. Like I feel like I heard this story, but like it's a while ago.
It was actually a big deal since we had developed. I won't say a friendship, but a relationship. Like her daughter, her daughter came to that sleepover. No, I want to say that for one of those stories.
Yeah,
so like one of them was the late 80s, and one of them was like 94 for that. So I can't remember which one is which, but we were both alive, you know. So like I just was like when I read that story,
I think I know the job you're talking about, because
it
was the job
there's
after
this
you
one documentary
you was working together. You told me about
where they're interviewing kids, and the kids are just talking about their day-to-day lives, like you just I don't know. Cabrini Greens was just we weren't that
like
age,
not even
and it was just a lot of like that's what they said. It was like a war zone, and like I said, some of the people in the comments actually used to live, and I'm like, so they were talking about it, and so it's no like I don't think it sucks. You know, some people try to say it, but like they tore down those projects, and now, of course, gentrification. You talking Chicago, so they got like nice townhouses, and
don't let that title shit get to your head. That's the bottom line, right? Like
had nowhere else to live.
The
but I'm like
the
CEO. Like that was great living conditions.
That's fine.
Like
not unless it was just situations where people were just underprivileged. Maybe they should have. Maybe they would.
But on the same token, I
maybe
feel
they
like
were on like public assistance, and they just
these jobs
aren't
the only
jobs live anywhere else. So
if you're not fucking with how your boss is treating you
in any environment that may not be
fish in the sea.
as far as
on the up
Ellen,
and
I
up.
don't, because
If
again,
that's
I
all
haven't
you
been following
know,
the story
then
as
you cope and you deal
closely.
with it.
Right,
So
right.
maybe they just,
But
or
how,
maybe they
when I
wanted to
first
leave, but
started
like you
hearing
said,
these
they
things
couldn't
about her
afford to
2
leave.
years
So
ago,
when they
it
tore them
was from
down, they
people
just
that had
like,
left,
well, nigga, now
that were
what?
just on
Like, do
Twitter
you have
saying
somewhere
like,
else to
She's
spend
a
all
yeah,
bitch.
these,
I left
maybe
because
low
she's a bitch. So
income
I don't know if that's what
families that could
spiraled
barely
into
or
whatever
was
is
only there
happening
dealing with
right
this shit
now.
because
But
they didn't have anywhere else to
I know
go.
from what I
So
saw in the
yeah,
past, it was
that's
because niggas left and was
that's
like,
off my
well,
opinion.
hey,
It was just a hot mess,
that
and
shit
like I
ain't,
said,
it
it
ain't
just
sweet
led
over there.
to
Right. Yeah,
A
because
bunch of
like I
different
said,
stories,
I
because a lot of times the gang members will
haven't been
accidentally
digging
shoot
deep
somebody
into it
else.
either, so it's not like I'm
Anywho,
reading
so then
articles or really
today I
following.
watched this
I'm
other
just catching headlines
documentary
and like doing my little
about
perusing
Yusef
and shit.
Hawkins.
But
He
Mm.
apparently
you
they're
saw that?
saying that she's bitchy and she, what is
I
it called?
watched. Wait, what is it called?
Because it was an
Because I
internal
watched something
investigation,
about
they're
him.
trying to see
Something
that she
about Brooklyn.
allowed
I just know
a
that's in the
toxic
title.
work
I
environment.
feel like me and
So
B Dub might have
that
watched
to
it.
me,
Because
Okay.
yeah,
saying that she
we watched
allowed
something
a
on him, but
toxic
I don't
work
know.
environment makes me believe
Okay.
it wasn't just her. Because
Well,
if
we
that was the
watched
case, they'd
it,
be
and
like, this
basically
bitch
Yusef
is like
Hawkins, for those that don't
running amok
know,
and
he was
she
like
like is
16
treating
years
niggas any kind
old,
of way.
and
When
he
you
went
say
with
you're
some
allowing
friends
a
to this
toxic work
one
environment,
town
it
in
makes me believe that
Brooklyn
whoever
go
you
look
have
at
in
a
charge,
car,
whatever,
and like
whether
Yeah,
it's
30
like
that's
the
what we
white
executive
watched.
dudes,
producers or
yeah,
whoever the
30
fuck is
white
in charge of the
dudes,
staff
like,
that supports the show, whether it's a
basically one of the
producer or
dudes was
some type
talking to
of
some girl, and
manager.
the
I
girl
don't know
didn't
the
fuck
fucking
with him no
technical
more and was
names,
fucking
but
with this
whoever
black
those
dude.
people
So
are in
the
the
white
leadership position, apparently
mob,
them
they
motherfuckers
were
be on
just
some
waiting
fuck shit
for
and
any
treating niggas
black
any kind
people
of way, and she's
basically
just
to
like,
show up
not
and
my
get
job, not
rah-rah
my
with.
problem, I'm not dealing with it.
And it
So in
just
my
so happened to
mind,
be Yusef
I
Hawkins and
get where
his
like,
friends,
okay, this is
although
your
they didn't
franchise,
even
this is
know
your
that girl.
company, and
Like,
you should
come to
care.
At
find out, they didn't
all.
have,
But also,
they
I'm
didn't
just
know
like,
her. They
I mean,
literally
niggas are
were
me
just
every
there
day.
for the
B, like
cars,
shouldn't your
to
frustration
go
be
look at the
to the
car.
direct
And
manager or
so
report
all
that's
these white
actually
dudes have
being
bats and all
fucking
this other
toxic and
stuff,
not
and
the
then
head of the show?
somebody
But
shoots him in the
as we
chest, and I he ends
always
up up dying.
see,
Directly.
but
So
no,
that's
I've also
the
heard that she's a bitch,
interesting
but I've
part of
also
this
what I
documentary,
was saying,
not
I was
interesting,
hearing
but it
that
just
it was
really pissed
her
me
being a
off.
bitch, but the actual toxic
Like,
behaviors and like
people, like, they,
actions
of
of
course,
rude. No, I don't want to say
something like
rude.
that
Like
happens, they started having like
I don't,
marches and
I don't
protests
know. I don't
in
want to
that
say
area where
discriminatory
it
because I want to pick
happened.
my words
And
carefully.
in the video,
It's
because
just
this was
the
only
leadership
like
that of the fucking
89
show.
through
So
91
I
when
just need
the
more,
video
and maybe
clips
it's
were
just me
shown.
being ignorant. I need to do my
Like,
fucking research to
people are,
see what
the
all the
white people in the
accusation
neighborhood are saying like,
accusations
we're not
were.
racist,
But
we're
the
not
last thing I heard
racist.
is that
But
it
then
was
the
just
very
because
next
she was
clip,
being a
at
bitch,
the
and
black
like
people
that's
are
just not
doing their
enough for me to
protests,
cancel
they're
somebody.
saying shit like
I'm a bitch,
niggers
so
go
are you gonna cancel me?
home,
Right.
or
Take yourself
know,
back to where you came
So
from, like all that
right.
shit.
what
Throwing
else
shit
was
at
going
them.
on?
They were writing shit on watermelon, and if you know anything about
Tea.
have
the
you
history
watched?
of black
Oh, that's
people,
TV. Never
you
mind.
What?
you know what you're
I
doing
don't
when
have
you
You
any
know
more
writing
what the
tea.
something
fuck
I
about
don't.
happened.
black
Anything
people
else
on
going
watermelon.
on? Any
Exactly.
When people are doing
news? Nothing's going
protests, like
on.
now,
Did we talk
we'll
about
say like,
Tamar?
say his name, George Floyd.
Oh,
So like
let
when
me
they were
tell
doing
you,
that,
honey.
Yusef Hawkins, the
T
white people were saying
T
it
T
is dead.
T.
Yusef Hawkins is.
That
So,
joint
So
was
it's
so
just
did
like,
you
fucked
see
up.
the video that Jason Lee
so to
released
me,
with
it
his
was just
messy ass?
crazy
No, because he's pretty messy,
because
but I didn't
I
see what
just,
he
I'm looking at my
released.
notes, so I want to
Well,
make sure
this
that I
just
have
happened over
everything I
the
wanted to
past
say.
week. I
But
don't
it's
know.
just
I
crazy
don't
to
know
me,
what
like,
happened prior
people
to this
can
video.
say
And I'm be
that they're
honest,
not racist,
the week
but
I had, I
then
haven't had enough
in
time to
that
really
same
dig
Really
documentary,
look
deep
into
to me
into
shit.
it.
was like, we're not racist,
But
we just don't want
he
any
was
niggas around here.
recording with
I'm
T.S.
sorry.
Madison. Not sure if people are
Then
familiar with T.S. Madison, but
another,
whatever.
it was a
And
few
T.S.
things that bothered me.
Madison
Like, the
had
first
Tamar
thing
on
when
her
the
show
cop,
at
I guess
one
the cop who
point.
appeared on the scene,
So
the
I
first thing
could
he said
tell
was,
by watching the
you
video,
know,
T.S.
when I
Madison
first
was
got
not
here,
all
like,
the way
he
comfortable
looked like a
talking
good
about
kid. He
Tamar.
didn't look like a
But
thug or
anywho,
anything.
Jason Lee
I
shared
Bitch,
a
what
remember
does
him
it
text
saying that. I was
matter?
like, what the
exchange
fuck is a thug? What
between
a
Tamar
does a
and
thug look like?
himself
Like, what the fuck are you talking
about
about?
Like,
her
that doesn't
African
matter matter. Then for y'all to say y'all not a racist fucking
basically
neighborhood, but
she
y'all
was
literally
saying
stabbed
that
Al
the
Sharpton.
dude
For
Like
sure.
said
They
that he
literally
would
was
kill
in
her
the
and
damn
himself.
courtyard just talking amongst
And that
themselves
he
and trying to
had been
diffuse like,
abusive in the
all right, like we
past,
just
but she
gathering
did not
like, because I
report
think it was
it
towards the
because
end
she
of the
didn't want to
march. I don't
ruin
think it
his
was the beginning. No,
business.
it was the beginning of the march
And it's
because
so
when
crazy
he went to the
because
hospital, they
the
ended up
guy
continuing.
put
They were
out a
like, he would
video
want
where
us to
he was
keep doing the
saying
march,
that
but like my
he's a
nigga, he ain't
victim
out here
of
saying fuck the
domestic
white
violence, trying
people,
to
fuck
save
y'all.
Tamar
Like y'all
whooping
just
his
like
ass.
like really.
So
it's
I
I
don't know
just
what
it
happened, but
baffles.
Jason
Like
Lee
I
was
was watching it
posting
and I was
clips
getting
of the
pissed
show that's
because
supposed
it's
to be
like
coming on soon, where
89 is
Jason Lee
what
was
31
saying that
years
he
ago.
believes that the
And like this is
African
the shit
boo
that you see on the
is
news
trying to
every
get
fucking
ahead of the
day.
show because
Like
the
it's the
show is going
same
to
fucking
paint
shit that you
him
see
In
in
a
the
in
news
negative
every day.
light.
And
where
for
he
people
looks
to
very
really
controlling.
think that
Like
because
Vince will not
they,
be on the
I
show
don't know how
because
you
the
can just not
African
feel
boo
like
did
you're
not
not
want Vince
racist.
on the show at
That
all,
just
and he
that
doesn't
baffles
want
me.
Vince to come
Um
and
what he called
then
his house,
watching
even
that,
though it's not his house.
oh,
It's her whole
The
dude
fucking
that's in jail.
shit.
No,
Her
no, no,
content.
no.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
And there was
It
another
was a
clip he
group of
showed,
30
but in
fucking
all the
white
clips
dudes. Only
that
3
Jason
went to
Lee put
jail.
out, it was basically
Okay.
old boy being
With
like just controlling.
eyewitnesses,
I
with
can
like
fucking believe it.
with
But
confessions, but with the
and basically
goddamn
they were just saying like a
exonerated
lot
fucking
of
five. Y'all
you
were
know,
pinning
everybody
shit on
thought the
people
whole
that weren't even
Tamar's trying
y'all
to
put
attempt
somebody in jail for
suicide was
however
because
long
of
who wasn't
The
even supposed to be
show.
at the
the
motherfucking
show.
jailhouse
Taping
to
of that
begin with. He
reality
just went
show.
up there with his
But some
friends. But
people
y'all,
are
Because
and
now
then the charges were some
wondering if
bullshit.
he drugged
Like
her
it's just
because they
it was
he was
released
there.
infuriating me to watch
because they
because
released the
had that
911
been
call
roe
Black,
and they were
reversal,
like,
they
who
would have
like
got the death
even
penalty.
said some of
All
the things he
30 of
said in the
them.
call. Like
like
I
he
didn't
being
hear
was
the
pissed
basically
call.
now.
well in the
About
call
that
he was
before you
saying
move on to
like
the next part.
my
What annoyed me,
girlfriend
if you
wrote a
paid
letter to
attention,
WeTV and
nobody would have said
she was taking
anything.
medicine
The
and she's
only
had a
reason
lot of
why people
alcohol
started
tonight.
speaking
And I
up
mean,
and actually
He could have
giving
just been saying
names
that because
was
that's what
because the
happened.
mob was
But you know,
involved and
conspiracy
because of all the
theories on the
protests
damn
and
internet.
shit.
So now they like
Their
he probably
businesses that was
drugged
mob
her,
connected
and
was
I don't
hurting
know,
because they had to
but
keep the stores closed when they
That
was
is
having
wild
all the
as
marches, and
fuck.
they was like, look,
I'm
this shit need to
actually
stop.
just praying
So
for her though,
y'all
because if
niggas
she
need to
did
give
try to
up some
commit
names. And
suicide,
then they
and
discussed
now
who the
this is
fuck they
coming
was
up,
going
I'm
to give
sure
up.
that that's
But if
not
their
helpful for
businesses
her
were
mental
fine,
health.
they
And I
still
feel
wouldn't have came
like
forward
she
and they
was
probably wouldn't have
using that
found
nigga to
nobody.
get
So
over the
that's
whole
the only
situation
reason
with
why,
his
because the
With
mob was
ex.
basically like,
right.
all right,
And
well,
I
somebody need to talk because our
mean,
businesses are suffering because these niggas is
stereotypes
down
about
here
Africans and how
protesting.
they can
So
be in
somebody gotta
relationships.
take the fall for this. So
So that's
this
why
shit can
I
be over. Like,
say
the
that's
fuck?
why
Not
I'm
just
saying it's
that,
not far
but there were
fetched to
so
me
many
in my
political
personal
implications. Like
experience,
I
and
don't
that is
even
not
feel like it
to
would have even got that much attention in New York
generalize, but I'm
if
just
that
speaking
black
from
dude wasn't trying
personal
to run for office.
experiences and
And
friends and such.
it
And
just
they
it
can
just
definitely
it annoys
sometimes
me. Like
be
if you
super
watch that shit,
possessive and
it's
controlling.
gonna feel like watching the news
So I
today.
say that
it
to
was another
say
thing that annoyed
maybe
me.
she found herself in a
I did
situation
not like
where the
how
grass wasn't green on the other side. She got
the
herself in this other
father
relationship
was
where
acting.
she's being controlling. Then
You
on top
weren't
of that,
really
you're
there,
doing this
which I'm not
reality
gonna fault
show
him for
where
that.
you
He
feel
wasn't
like
there in the
once again
beginning
you're
of
not
his
being
life, but
portrayed or
they started
painted in the
reconciling and
light you
stuff.
feel
I
like
didn't
who you
like
really and
how
truly are.
he
And
didn't
she
allow
felt
a
trapped
grieving
in no
mother
way
to
out.
be a
So she
grieving
felt like
mother.
she had to take
It
her life.
felt like
I don't know
with
if that's
the
the case.
storytelling and
I
how
wasn't
they
there,
were
folks.
explaining, she was
Or
saying
it
her
could have been
side and
old dude
stuff,
drugged her ass. I don't know.
that
But either way,
he was kind of
I
forcing her to
say
be
this to
in the
say that
forefront with
people that
him,
are cool
to
with
be like, look,
Jason
we
Lee
need to
know
be out
Jason
here.
Lee.
You know
So
how
if
we
you're
see
sending
kids that
some
are getting killed
information
today and
to
the mothers
Jason
out
Lee,
there speaking and stuff like that.
I'm sure it's to get
Every
out.
person can't
No,
handle
that's
that
what
kind of trauma
some
the
people were
same.
saying too.
So
They were like,
that was her
he
silent cry for
was
help.
struggling
yeah,
then
I feel
and now
that
when she
that's
was
what a
still
few people
recording the
said
joint.
in the
And
little
so
YouTube
you
video
could
that
tell
I
in
watched of it.
pictures, like
So
even was it Al
yeah,
or
I mean, I
somebody was
don't
speaking,
know
they was like
what's
she
I'm
true.
just, you
All
could
praying
of
tell
for
this
she
you,
is
wasn't
girl.
alleged,
comfortable,
you
It's
like
all
know.
she didn't
alleged,
really want to
y'all.
be up front. But
Don't
it
sue me
seemed like
then.
he
Don't
was
sue me. Don't
kind of
sue me.
like,
But I am
I don't
praying for
know,
her. I've
like
always
it
loved
seemed
Tamar.
like
I like an
he,
extra
yes,
bitch.
he
That's
was
just
more
me.
than his son,
And
but
I've
it seemed like he
always
was
felt
kind
for
of
her. I felt like a
like
lot of
being
times she
in the
was
forefront and
misunderstood. She's
let's
just
lead the
extra as
marches and
fuck, and
let's do
extra
this and
people
do
are
X, Y, and
always
Z,
misunderstood. Trust me,
and
I
was
know.
forcing her to
But
fucking
I
do shit that
just
she ain't
I just
necessarily. She was like,
pray
it was
for
something
her.
that I
I
couldn't
don't
even
want
fucking
anybody to take
get
their
up out
life
the bed
because they're
because like I'm so
overwhelmed and
sad
stuff. I
and
guess so many
overstricken
people
with
depending
grief.
on her
And this
family,
nigga's
her
like,
mom, her son.
look, we've
Like,
done enough
I
crying,
pray
suck it
for
up,
your
like
mental
it's time to
health,
be
and I
strong,
hope,
like we need to
like, if
fight.
you're in an abusive
Everybody's not
relationship,
like
that you
that, and
get the
that
fuck
kind of
out and you
annoyed
get the
me
help
about
that you
him.
need.
Like,
Like,
nigga, let a
because
fucking grieve him.
that is
She lost
crazy.
her fucking
And
son. You want
yeah,
her
I
to
can't
just
wait
like
till this
wipe her
show drops.
tears
It
and be
drops
out here
this
on the front
month.
line?
I
No
think it
justice, no
drops this
peace. Like
week, to be
Yeah,
honest.
everybody
I
is not
saw
that
one
strong
like
to do
little
that. Some
intro
people just need
teaser
to
episode or
process their
whatever,
fucking
and I
grief.
was
So
like,
that
okay, I
should
don't
get
know
me,
when the
that
rest
part.
of it drops, but
What's interesting
yeah,
is
I'm
like a lot
interested to
of
see because
times
like
people
you
talk
said in the
about like
beginning beginning they was making it seem like it was just a recording of the reality show, and they were just being too intrusive. But I was like,
Boston and all them areas and
definitely
shit.
did
Boston is
Family Values for
horrible, but
several
I
years, and she's been in
googled
the
like this
spotlight.
whole
So like, why
incident
is it
that
now that
led
she feels
to
like
all this stuff? Like, it was a
I don't
lot
know if
of
it's
racial
because she
tension,
wanted to be
especially in
painted
New
in a
York
certain
when
light
it
because
came to
she's been
like
painted in this light
Italians
at Braxton
and
family
black people
in
at that time.
Braxton
But it's
Family
just like we
Values for
focus
so
so
long
much
that she
on
wanted to
the
like
South or
not be
just
misunderstood as
slavery
like the
times in
bitchy brat or
general.
whatever.
And it's
So
like,
maybe she was
You
feeling
don't
some
focus
kind of
on all
way.
the other
But
areas.
and this shit
I
was
think it
only
might have
30
just been a
years ago.
combination
So
of
it's
if
just
she was in
like,
this abusive
It ain't like
relationship
it was like,
and
oh,
the
you guys are
pressures of
focusing
actually
on old
recording
shit.
this shit, and
No,
this nigga trying to
and
record it.
that's not
I
just
mean, trying
one
to
not like that.
isolated
control her, and she's
incident. It
recording,
was
but she's probably
mad
like cover
incidents
for him,
around
and now
that
make it
area
seem
around
like
that
this
time,
nigga's
and they
controlling,
were
and
racially
like after a while you
motivated.
just fucking
And
feel
then I
trapped,
want to say
bruh.
somebody,
But
their
either way,
lawyer or
whatever's
somebody
going
on that
on, I
goddamn
don't live with
documentary
them.
was
I'm not
like,
in her
I
house. I'm
don't
not
think
in
it
her
was
brain.
racially
Whatever's going
motivated.
on, I hope
And
she's
then if
good
last
and
they said it back
wish you
then,
the
but then
best. Oh,
whoever was
speaking
interviewing
of
somebody
like
currently was
reality
like, yeah,
TV and
you have to
shit,
be an
before we get
idiot
to
to not think
shows,
it was racially
since we've
fucking
been
motivated.
gone,
Yes, like that's
Mimi
But
and
fucking
her
whose
boo
crazy.
lawyer is going to
Ty,
say that?
the
Oh
best
yeah,
So
they
friend
got
player,
anywho,
engaged.
they
that
got
led me
engaged.
to
Like I was super happy
a
because
story
like they
about
just seem happy.
Tawana
Like when she
Brawley. So
started
Elle
messing with Ty, I was
Sharpton
like, oh, this is a
had
phase. So
like
she went
rallied
from like
against her right before
dudes,
all
like
this stuff
trash ass
happened with
niggas, to
Yusuf
like now she's
They
gay. But
Hawkins.
like
mentioned that.
they actually stuck it out,
They
and they seemed
did.
like
Well,
they
I wanted
genuinely
to
was
know
like,
more
it's like a
Right.
because
genuine relationship. Like they
on
really
Do the
bang
Right
with each other and
Thing,
mesh well. It wasn't just like some
yeah,
for
on
the
Do the
cameras
Right
type
Thing,
shit. So
there's a
like when I
clip
saw that they got engaged, I was like, that's
where
super fucking
uh
cute.
on one
But
of the walls it
I know
says
that was a long
Tawana
time
told the
ago,
truth or
but
something like
yeah, we
that,
haven't been here
and
for a
that
while. I'm
it
just
ties
speaking the
into
shit
that
that happened
story. So basically,
during
Before we
Chatty
get
Tawana
Patty
into the
days.
current
Brawley,
shows,
however you say it, she
I just want to
went to the
say
police and said she
Girlfriends
was
is on
raped.
Netflix.
She was
Yes,
held
the fuck
hostage
it
for a
Last
few
is.
days
season,
and
And
I
I
raped by
did
cannot
not
wait
4
to
like.
men,
binge. You
and some of
binge
those men included
already.
police
I'm
officers
on
and
season
attorneys.
4.
She
I
was
still
found
have
in a
some
trash
more
can with
seasons to get
feces
through,
on
but
her,
I cannot wait
and
to
she
binge. I was
had
so fucking
KKK
excited because
drawn
I
on
know
her
it's been
skin.
years and it's
What?
gonna be
The
almost
the
like it's
jury
gonna be so
came
many
back
things that I
and
forgot
said
that happened, and
that
I can't
she
fucking wait
faked
to watch
that
it again.
she
I want
faked
to
that incident and made
apologize
it
to the
appear
fictional
that she
character
got
named
raped
Molly
so that
Carter.
she could
You may
avoid
know her
getting in
from
trouble for staying
HBO's
out late.
Insecure. You
What's up,
know,
Molly?
So I did not
we
read too
we
much into it
dragged
because I was actually
sis
still trying to
all
watch
last
the
season,
documentary while I
rightfully
was reading
so.
this.
For sure.
But
However, comma,
one of the
I am
people
watching
that she
Girlfriends,
pointed
and
You want
out
to give
in
bitch a
that
hug?
one of the
no,
people
no.
she accused
I'm saying
actually
that if
sued
y'all
her
thought
for
that Molly
defamation
was
and he
trash,
won. So she has to
maybe you
pay
have
him
forgotten who
like
Tony Childs is.
40
She was
million
the
She's the
whole
dollars or
one,
bitch.
something
Tony
like that.
Childs.
And he was very smug about it.
She's a
Yeah,
listen.
every
I'm
month
not gonna
she has to
spoil
think
it because
about
I
me. She
know
has to
a
think
lot of
about,
us are
the consequences
in
to
the
her
process of
actions.
binging
And
or
And
hopefully
about
so
to.
understand it.
I haven't even finished
And
it yet.
I
it might be
don't
some
know the
young people
details.
listening that
I'm
have
not
never
That
gonna
even
is
sit
watched
here and
definitely
act like I
Girlfriends.
do.
So let me tell
watch
y'all,
What I
watch
know
Girlfriends.
Girlfriends.
about
It is
the justice
litty. Don't
system
be
is
like, oh,
that
that's
she
old
probably
ass
had
shit, nigga.
a
It
mostly
is
white
bomb,
jury.
and I
J
am
Um,
excited to fucking binge
we
this shit,
as
bro.
black women
JC
are
was
often
like,
viewed
"You are
as
really in there laughing like this
hypersexual.
is
We're
a new
over
show." I was like,
sexualized
"But
about
it's for real
everything.
funny. Like it's
We
certain parts
often
that's
It's
are
like
not,
legit
I
been
funny."
believe.
so long.
I don't
It's
know
like
if
if I was to
she's
pull
telling the
out my
truth or not.
fucking Sex and the City
What I do
DVDs
know,
and started from
I'm
season
not
one.
putting
Like it's just
shit
one of
on
those
my
shows where, like,
body
yes, I've seen
so
this
I
shit.
can
I don't
avoid
give a
getting
fuck. But
my
guess what? When
ass
I
whooped
watch
by
it, it's
my
like it's
mama.
I
brand new,
would
and
just be
these
like, I got
jokes is still
robbed.
gonna hit, my nigga.
Like
Like
I'm
Like
not
there's
gonna say
it's
I
still
did
gonna be
all
good.
this.
So
Like I
I'm
don't think
definitely. I
nobody
probably
would do
start
all
bitching
that.
that
And
motherfucker
where would you
tomorrow,
get
real
the
for real.
feces
From
from?
what from what you remember
Did
of
you
the
test it?
It was probably in
character,
the older. I'm about to say,
did
did they
you
test the
do you
fucking
think you're
feces
most
like to
like?
see
Most like.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know.
None of them
This
bitches.
was the
I'm
80s, so maybe
definitely
I don't know if they
They
had
nothing.
didn't
all
have
that.
like the little DNA
I
tests
am
and shit. They probably didn't
definitely
have that back then.
not.
I would love to get more details about the case though,
I'm not
because
Tony. I don't
you
think I'm
know,
that bitchy. And
That's
she was so
interesting.
materialistic. Like
it
That's a real
is
picture
that's
interesting.
though.
not me.
And when I started reading when I first read it, I
I,
was like,
Joan,
nah, that shit happened.
Mm-mm.
you
Ain't
don't
no
Yeah.
think I'm
fucking
Joan?
way.
Ain't no
Like
way
we
she gonna
doing
do all
all
No.
that
that.
I'm not the other
to
bitch. She
avoid
was like
getting in
done with niggas
trouble.
though.
Baby,
Right.
I ain't
It
never
ain't like
been.
I was on trial and these
I
I
hoes
wasn't
don't
the
was
think
airhead earthy joint
and
either. I forgot her
and
name.
police people that
Lynn.
I
got me
wasn't
hemmed
Lynn
up, so I'm
either. Like I
allowing
don't
and
think
say
I was
something
any
like,
of them. That's why I said
what
maybe Joan, because
motive
I
does she
wasn't like
have?
the
Like
other
that's not
joint. Like
strong
she was
enough.
just dumb
But
as
I
fuck.
it
feel
don't
like
take
I'm
much. You
most
don't have to
like
have
Joan,
any
and
type
I
of
don't feel
motive
like me
being,
and you are.
looking like us. I
I
We
win.
have
would say
some
you was more like
similarities.
Lynn.
So
You
that
so
was
earthy.
it for my
I said I feel like
documentaries.
most of the time
That's it.
I'm like
the other
Joan.
shows that I
Then
watched
I have my
were
Lynn
the
moments.
regular ones,
But then when I'm drunk, I'm Maya.
Married at First
Basically.
Sight and
'Cause
Love
I don't think
Craft.
I'm
I'm
Maya.
not
Like
caught up
she
on
was
Real
so fucking
Housewives of
dumb with
Potomac,
niggas.
but
Like
that's all I got
I
for
don't
you.
know.
who
Yeah,
was
I'm
dumb with
not caught up on
niggas?
Real
Maya?
I
Housewives
feel
of Potomac
like
either.
from what I
I
remember, and
finally
like
caught
maybe
up
I need to go
on
back
The
with my
Vow.
binging,
I
but
was
I
able to
just feel
watch
like she was
it.
on some dumb shit. Maybe I need to go back. But I don't.
Oh,
You think I'm
y'all
like
need to
Maya?
go
Who you
watch
think I'm
this. It's
like,
on
Lynn?
HBO or HBO Max,
I'm
one of
definitely
them.
not Lynn.
And
And you're
I
not
think it
Lynn.
was how many
You're not
episodes?
Lynn.
And don't say Tony,
Four.
We're
bitch.
on
I
the
don't remember.
fifth one now.
Okay,
Excuse me. No,
so
Tony was
it
really
was like you said.
materialistic.
in the beginning. It was kind of slow.
She only like a rich nigga.
I was watching like the first episode, and I'm like,
I don't think
I'm like, okay, I see what you're hinting to, but where are we going with this? Like, okay, you guys are just trying to take over the world. Sounds like Scientology. Okay, what's going on?
Interesting. Everybody usually like on that show. They usually pick
when
one.
the tea started pouring, it did not stop flowing.
I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna come back next week and give it crazy like up to date. Because I'm giving it like was basically years ago like, and like what I remember, but I'm gonna watch it again and maybe I'll have a different recollection. But you just binged and
fucking crazy. It was
I'll
like,
see.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give my.
It reminded me of
in a week once I start binging.
My mind sucks. It was another documentary.
Oh, I guess that rolls into TV. So
Harvey Weinstein.
So a lot has transpired in Chatty Patty
that they killed
allegedly.
So it was reminded.
Shay would not be addressing any reality TV because she's off it.
Where they would recruit girls.
Real Housewives of Potomac,
and then have the girls recruit girls. So it's kind of like.
Yeah, I think
your hands are clean. Like, oh, I didn't know anything like that was going on, and that's how they were recruit these women. And they were branding them. The brand ended up being I don't know if y'all want to watch it. Maybe I'm telling too much.
I watched
but
the last episode.
But I do want to say the organization.
Where it had Tahiri and all them.
I mean, they seem positive as fuck. Like
that's reality TV.
And you wanted to happen, make it happen. Type shit. Like it seemed positive. And
really like. And then when they were talking about all the different divisions and the departments that they had and how you could be involved in whatever your niche was, like they found something where you could feel like, damn, I'm making a difference out in these streets. So
do you see how
niggas could have got wrapped up in this? Oh, you definitely would have been like, yes,
me and Coffee, like our shit, my nigga. Like he was so mad at me the last couple seasons because like they was kind of weak, so I never finished.
I could see that one way
because he would be up to date and wanted to talk. Like it's one of those shows like you want to talk about like, bitch, did you see this fucking episode with X, Y, and Z happened? And if you got nobody to talk to, you just like, but when they was luckily my husband watches it, so a lot of the episodes
deprivation and the random ass volleyball. All right,
I was telling Coffee to watch,
y'all might want to watch it.
He was behind.
I'm gonna give y'all.
But I was up to date next week, but. The thing about Big Brother is
we spilling all the tea because
so my nigga, if you have a rough week, you'll be fine.
Gave you last
quickly.
week,
and a lot of times it was one season where something had happened where either I was in a funk or I was sick, and I didn't watch TV for like a slam 3 weeks. And I saw how many episodes were on my DVR for Big Brother.
Past Sunday, basically like stuff like this goes to show how vulnerable
because I'm not watching
people are
1 hour shows,
and it just made me think because like I said, if you're
that season was a bust,
if you don't know all the little stuff.
But yeah, Big Brother is litty this season. So if you watch Big Brother, DM me y'all, and we can talk Big Brother because like it's really good this season. But Married at First Sight,
I definitely was watching that shit like
behind.
I mean, that sounds like some good information to me. Where's okay, and I already know who stays together, who divorces anyway. So
yeah,
it definitely was. Because I need to what it sounds like is something like you gotta adjust the way your mind operates in order to see you think so.
Changing the world.
It's back there.
I definitely
go watch The Vow.
Go watch it.
Anything else, but yeah.
Married at First Sight. Okay, so my turn to talk about TV.
Other TV besides that, we already talked about
one thing.
The conversation and
this came out while we were gone. And it's not
sci-fi.
current.
And that's not sci-fi, but
Beyonce's Black is King
came
out.
Love
County. We really have not been on here since then. That came out July 31st.
We did not. When we're done, you go ahead and go and look, and you'll see when the last episode was.
I didn't watch any TV until Friday evening, and that was Girlfriends. I'm a season away from being done.
I started watching Girlfriends. I started watching it again. I was like, I want to binge all of this, but then I end up not finishing. But I know what I will watch. Shay just got me.
It was on Disney Plus. Y'all like, bitch, this shit happened like 40 weeks ago.
My Best Friend's Wedding is my favorite.
We have not recorded in 6-7 weeks.
Like, love that movie.
It's been about 5.
Guess that. But also another movie that's very near and dear to me is Menace to Society.
July 31st.
I was watching Menace to Society when I was in junior high school. And literally we get off of word for word, like I know
we're gonna go and look and see when the last episode was posted.
I'm
sure it was before July 31st.
Let Menace to Society.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we posted any episodes in the whole month of August. Is what I'm saying.
You
like the Martin
smoke your cousin, and you ain't gonna do shit about her birthday too.
You looking like a real bitch right about that.
That's
for real.
Like
I set it off the whole Chatty Patty month. Like we didn't have one episode in August, and if I'm wrong,
that's another thing.
We'll see as soon as we finish recording. But I'm
yummy years ago,
and our last episode was towards
like
the end
fine
of
wine.
July.
Like,
She's like 5'5".
I know it's.
I know.
Nigga. I feel like Virgo's. I mean, Leo season had just.
Yeah, he a
popped
little
off.
midget joint,
Like,
but he
just.
cute. Honey.
Okay.
Congressman Tate.
I'm gonna watch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch
She's
Minister
stupid. All right, tell me about the
Society.
show.
I don't know if I'm
Go.
gonna watch my best friend's
Okay,
wedding.
so we're
but
gonna start with the
Honey, I'm gonna be
documentary.
sitting there
So
like,
I have
the
HBO
moment
Max.
I wake
So I'm not
up.
sure
I'm
the way
crying.
HBO Max
I
is
say
set
a
up.
little
Like
bit for
some
you.
of the
That's my shit. All right.
movies and the
I
series
digress.
that are on there are just exclusive to
Oh,
well, that
HBO
was all
Max,
that I
and
watched.
then others
Yeah.
are on
Oh,
like regular
real quick,
HBO if you have that.
on Married
Right.
at
So
First
one of the
Sight,
things I've been
who do
watching
you
is
think
called
is
The
getting
Vow.
married and
And
getting
The
a
Vow
divorce?
is a
The weird
docuseries
couple.
I'm gonna go
about
like
a
this.
organization called
Because I already
Nexium.
know who got married and who stayed together. So if I go like
And
this, you won't see my face.
it's a cult,
Okay.
basically.
Oh, I'll look up.
But it's a cult that
The
I feel
weird
like I could have got caught
quirky
up in.
couple.
This is the
Why
first
the
feel
fuck
like they're
did you
staying
not
together.
text me? Because you know I'm here for a
Um,
fucking docuseries about a cult.
because
The
I
other
didn't know if it was an
couple,
HBO
I don't
Max
know. I
thing
haven't
because I had
remembered all
told
their
you about
names yet, so
Legendary.
I'm just
And when I
describing
told you about
them.
Legendary, you was like, "Oh,
So
it's
the
not on
white
there,"
couple,
which was
the
my
girl
shit.
with the
So
Right.
now that when I
that's the
watch
nurse
stuff
with the
now
black hair,
on HBO
and then
Max,
the
I just be like,
sarcastic
"Oh, I don't
husband
know
who
if
was
this
like,
Shit,
you know,
that
how to
makes me
play
want to
with.
document that. I'm gonna have to watch that for
Yeah, I
girlfriend.
know who you're
You
talking
know,
about.
I love me
I
some
don't think they're going to
documentaries.
stay
But
together.
now I can't share the stuff because now you're gonna want to watch
I'm trying to think
it.
of the other
Go
couples.
ahead.
Oh, the black
Like,
couple.
is it gonna be spoilers?
The guy with the
Yes,
birthmark.
There's
and stuff
Woody
on
let
and
his-
me
Amani.
tell the spoils.
Huh?
There's
No, not
Woody
Woody
and
and Amani. The
Okay,
other
let me
black
just
Go
say
ahead,
this.
tell
couple.
them.
oh,
I'm
The one with
Miles
the
and Karen.
Let me
Miles
just
and
say
Karen. I
this.
don't
The
think that
only
they're
reason
going
the only
to
reason why I
stay
probably
together. They
wouldn't have
remind
joined
me
no, not
of
probably.
the
The
season
reason why I wouldn't
of
have joined the cult
Iris
before it was
and
known
whatever
that
the
it was a
girl's name
cult
is.
was because of the
I mean the
price.
other guy's name is
However,
Iris
Right.
and
Coinage to
whatever.
coin.
Remind me
Usually cults are free
them.
unless it's
no,
like
Woody
Scientology.
and his
because it's
girl.
not
Allegedly.
They're
because
off
it
and
is close
on
to
for me. Like some
Scientology.
moments,
It's
I'm
like
like, oh no, they're not gonna make
a
it. But then other moments, I'm
philosophical
like, they kind
group.
of complement each other. So I'm on the
And
fence
they
with
lead
them.
these seminars
That's
about
how many couples
And then
is that?
there's
like
Christina and
executive
David.
success program or ESPs, and then
Oh no,
there's
fuck no,
all
they're
these
not.
little
Fuck no.
things, but like
Them
the
niggas got
stuff
issues.
that they
But
say,
yeah,
I
so
was
the only
like,
couples
yo,
that
my
I
earthly host side
feel
would
that
definitely have
are
been
going
You'll
to
be
in
make
the
it
connecting
is
with
the
that
weird
shit.
couple,
because it was a
and that
lot
will
of
I
just
hurt
just
my
like
wanna
feelings if they don't make
reframing the
it.
way you think about
yes,
things, and
I
when
think
Like
the
you
weird
reframe the way you
couple
manifesting
think
out,
about
shit.
out of
when
because
you
I've been
reframe the way
watching
you
this
think
show
about
since
things,
like the
things
second or third
change. And
season,
so
like
when
while
they're
it comes
talking
on
to,
air.
I will say
And
honestly, the
lately I've
docuseries is
been
actually
feeling
not
like
that
this
good.
show is
To
just
be honest, it's
doing
very
shit just for
slow.
fucking
I already
Because them
airtime.
know a
matches
little
be
bit of
seeming the
background
fuck
about
crazy.
it,
Like, why would you
The
think that they
last
would
about the
get
two
along?
Nexium
seasons
group,
have
which is
been
why I went to
so
go watch
fucking
it. So I'm
trash, and I'm
actually
like, you
pissed
niggas are not
because
even being
I
for
want
real
to
no
get
more.
to,
Y'all might
But
and I
pair
can't
one good
even say the
couple,
shit
and then
now,
after that,
girl.
you just
Well, let's
like,
do it
what
next
was y'all thinking about the
week.
rest of these niggas?
right.
Like,
But
what is going
hurry
on?
up. It's 3-4
Amelia and
episodes.
Bennett,
Oh,
though,
that's
that's
it?
the names of the weird
Mm.
couple.
That's why
They
you should have
are
told me. I could have put up with the
adorable.
shit.
They're
They
We gonna talk
are
such
about this
a
shit
perfect
together.
perfect
Hopefully I
for
match.
each
can
other.
do
Like,
it.
literally, they seem
Hopefully,
like
but if
their
not,
little
I'm
quirkiness
spoiling it all
complement each other
because
where it's not weird. It's like they're in their
they're
own
not
little
giving me
unique
enough.
bubble,
Like
and they just
usually,
mesh so well.
I
Like,
like the first
his
episode was
weird
slow, and I
is
was like,
so
okay,
cute. Like,
I was
he's like,
expecting
yeah,
that,
I think I am
There's a lot of
falling for her.
backstory. You
And
gotta,
she's just like so
set the scene
giggly
and
and so
shit.
happy.
and
Like, I
I
just hope.
appreciate it because you
I'm
have
hoping it will make me
these
sad. The rest
members
of them, I
that were
just like.
in it that were like high up there. They have actual video,
But
Like
them, I would be in my
Scientology.
feelings if
They
they
spend
didn't
right?
all
make
the
it.
tea once
So,
they leave.
I love them.
but
Yeah.
I'm ready for that one
Okay.
turning
That's it
episode where
for
the
me.
whole episode
So we
gets
doing good, bad, and
scandalous
It's
release?
and
like
I
tea.
guess
juicy.
we
Like
good, bad, and release.
these
And
motherfuckers was doing
You
X,
go
Y, and Z.
first.
You're like, ooh,
Okay.
okay.
and they keep just
So
sprinkling
I
a
guess you
little
gotta
bit
start
of
with bad.
tea
I
in
always
there,
forget.
but it's not
You
enough.
want a
Like
tea party. You want an
So
episode
bad.
that's a whole feast of
Apparently,
I
like,
me and my
yeah.
family can no
know.
longer eat
Especially when it's been so much
takeout
like you
food
laying the
because we keep getting
foundation.
sick.
Like, yeah.
A
Like
couple
we're
weeks
on
ago,
episode,
we
I
had
want to say 4
Chipotle,
now, and it's like,
and
okay,
we
I don't care about
all,
none of this shit no
for the
more.
most part,
Tell me
got
about
different
the
things. The only
Like
I
remember
can't
the
common
say
Scientology
denominator
joint with Leah where
was
they would have niggas in there. Like, and let me tell you my story.
cheese and chicken.
These motherfuckers had me locked
Everybody
up.
in the house got
dishes, and I had to like, woo.
Then we was like all right. We waited
episodes,
sometimes like maybe it was just a bad batch.
Are y'all
or the
sad
same
that
exact
y'all
order
left? Because
from the same
niggas
exact
was
store.
sounding like they really
We all
fuck
got
with
sick
that
again.
joint. And I was
Right.
like,
So
okay,
I'm on
where's the
Chipotle strike at least. That
and it was
I'm
like
not going to Chipotle for a while.
give you a little
Then
parsley on top, and then they'd be like,
2
all right,
days
next
ago,
week.
my husband ordered pizza.
We won't talk about that, but we will talk about Lovecraft Country,
everybody,
because I know
kids had
you ain't never gonna watch that because it's some
pizza.
fireworks.
And then my husband got like this thin crust.
My husband
like
made
it had
me
like
watch,
bacon and pepperoni and shit like that. So
you
on my
watched all the
diet normally, I can't eat that shit.
Bitch, did you
But I
see
was
this
drunk as shit.
last episode?
And I was like, I want a slice of pizza. Not only do I
With
want
the
one slice of
bloody
pizza, I want
shoes.
two. I want to have
Bitch,
one of
it
the
stuck
kids'
it up his
cheese pizza,
ass.
and I'm going to have one of your slice with all the toppings, and then I will
Let
be
me
blessed.
tell y'all something.
So
this show
I should have
is
not been
giving
blessed
me confusion.
because I ate the pizza that
It's
everybody
I'm
giving
gonna
didn't
me
say,
like.
bitch, it's so
And
much
I
stuff
woke up in
going
the middle
on.
of the night
I
with
was
the worst
asking
stomach
B
cramps.
Dub the most
It
fucking
felt like
questions, and he's like, "Sis, look,
I did a million
they
sit-ups,
introduce some new shit every
and like
episode, and
it
I'm
was
learning
just hurting.
like you."
Then I was like massaging it
Every
because I'm like, is
time
it a
I
gas
think I have
bubble
a
or like what's
grasp or a
going on?
handle
Like, do I
on
have to
this
get up and take
show,
a
the
dump?
next
Like, do
episode
I
is
have a
like,
car? Like, what's going
oh,
on that I can?
so
This is
the
in the middle of
black
the night. I
bitch
want to
is
go to
just
sleep,
gonna be
and
a
it just
white
hurt.
bitch,
I
and
couldn't go to
then
sleep for like
That's
almost
it.
an hour.
And then
gore.
she turned
So
black
then the
again. I
next
was like,
morning,
look, on some real
my
shit,
husband
because
had to go to the bathroom, but he
I
shitty.
didn't
He always goes to
watch
the
the
bathroom.
first
So
like
I didn't
2
think much of
episodes.
him.
I came in
But
late.
then
Like he was,
my
it
son
caught me by. He was
was not
watching
feeling
it, and I
good,
happened
and
to
he
be
took
sitting on
like
the couch with him, and
5,000
I
shits
got
that day. And
pulled
my
into an
daughter, I walked
episode,
past
and I
her
was like,
bathroom, and it was
"Yo,
like,
what the
"Ooh,
fuck
you screwed
is
that
this?"
up."
Like
And
this
she was
shit is
complaining about
crazy.
her side
And
hurting.
after that, like we've
So
just
I don't
been
know what
watching
happened,
the
but I'm blaming the
remaining
fucking
episodes
pizza
together. So
because
every
once
time
again,
something happens
everybody's in
that I'm
sync with
confused
either
about,
pooping and
I'm
throwing.
thinking it's
That's what he
because
did.
I
He
didn't
threw up.
watch
That's
them
what I said. He
beginning
threw up,
episodes,
and
and he's just
everybody
like,
else
"Nah,
had
sis, like." My husband doesn't
and
say
I
sis,
just
but
had
he's
a
like,
stomach like
"Nah,
it
like
hurt like shit.
I'm confused too. Like I've watched every
So now
episode, and
I'm
it's
just.
still
I guess
like
we can't eat
I
out.
don't know
I
what
don't
the
know if
fuck they're
that's
talking
God
about,
telling me
or
like
maybe
Get
this
to
will be
cooking.
explained next
look,
episode. I
you're
don't know
eating
who
out
this
too
person
much, and
is. Like
and
now
you're
they're
not
about
on
to
your
go to the
diet like versus
Philippines. It looks like
spicy
this
chicken
Asian lady.
nuggets, and now you're eating pizza. Like you're just doing
He
whatever
did
the fuck
call
you want
some
to do
bitch
at
and was
this
like,
point.
"How you know that?" I'm
So
just like,
side note,
"What
them
the
spicy chicken nuggets
fuck
from
is
McDonald's is on the
on?" Like
ones. I know it's a lot of niggas
I
that do
just
not eat
want people
McDonald's,
to
and
go
that
and
is
watch
fine.
it
But I'm
because
talking
I
to the
feel
niggas
like
that
the
do.
more people that watch
My
it,
favorite nuggets
when
are
we
Wendy's.
talk,
Hands down, the
we
best fucking
can piece
nuggets.
together some
Nuggets.
stuff.
The
For
best
instance,
fucking
I
nuggets.
knew the thing that happened at the end with Mr.
And fucking
William.
fast food besides Chick-fil-A
Mhm.
because
You know who
they
that
lit.
is?
Mhm.
I
But
knew that
McDonald's,
was
I
going to
used to bang
happen.
with, but
I
over the
knew
years
that
they have gotten like
because I
dry,
paid
and they just
attention
like, what is this bullshit that y'all are
and I
eating?
was excited.
But honey, them spicy chicken nuggets
It is the
taste
show
like
that every week you will
heavenly
end
bites
with
of
like,
yumminess,
what the fuck
and
is this?
they're
It's that
spicier
little. What's that
than
little
Wendy's
meme where the nigga be like,
nuggets,
"Huh?"
and they
Yeah.
All the quick ones, like,
I
But
don't know,
I
they're just
just
amazing. So
I'm
I'm not gonna
invested
rant about
because I
chicken
need to
nuggets
know how
because
this ends. I need to know
but
where we're going.
Them
So I'm just
anyway,
gonna keep
according
I
to
watching.
know
God.
that was a
It
one
doesn't
night
remind me of
only,
Watchmen
but
in
it was really
storyline
worth
at
it.
all.
So that's a
But when I
bad that
watched
we just
Watchmen with
need to.
Regina
I guess I
King,
have to cook more
at
and
first when I
now
watched
for
it, I was just
everyone
like,
consistently because
okay,
apparently
like I kind
getting
of,
prepared
it
warm
wasn't
meals
like what the
is
fuck. It was just
not
kind of
good for our
like
tummies.
it was how I feel about Lovecraft. Like, where are
The
we going? Like, what is the purpose of this show?
let's see.
And it
Mhm.
literally did not
The
all come together
release.
until the
I don't know
last
what
2
was that.
episodes of the
Good.
season. And it was once I
Is
saw
it
the
bad to
last
say
2
you don't have any
episodes, it
good?
was like,
It's like,
It's a good enough.
yeah.
I say a lot.
Then I had to go back and
I guess it's
rewatch
kind
it,
of
only
good.
to
Like
find out
we
they're not
talked
even
about it in
gonna
the
have no
beginning, but
damn
I'm
season
actually kind of
2.
looking forward to
So
the camping
pissed.
trip
I
right.
have the
because
Lovecraft
we
Country
haven't had
book,
anything
and
all
You about to read
part
2020
of
this
where
shit
we
and
can
ruin
just
it.
like
so that's what I was gonna
get
say. A part of me,
together,
because
make some
I don't like
memories,
to be in
and just like
suspense
I
this
don't know,
long,
just
and
like
I don't
being
like waiting every
everybody's
Sunday.
personal, like
Like,
being each
I
other's
really
space.
hate
Like I've
weekly
seen people
shows now. Just give
individually
me
for a
them
couple
all
Just
on
minutes
binge.
Netflix.
Let me
during this
binge. We done
whole
got so
pandemic
spoiled
and
with
everything,
Yeah.
Netflix.
but like to get not
So
everybody,
a
but a
part of
good
me
amount
wants
of
to
us
just
to
read
be
the
able
book
to
so I can know what the fuck is
not just
going
enjoy
on.
each
But
other
I
safely,
am trying to
just so y'all
hold
know,
out.
enjoy each other safely,
So I've
and
only
still
read the
do something
first
that
2
like a lot of
chapters,
us
which
haven't
is
done before, or
equivalent to
like
What
the
is
we're
already
first.
to happen?
experiencing something new
Yeah.
together.
So I
Like I'm
put
kind
the
of
book
looking forward to
down.
that along
I
with
have
my
other books to
nervousness.
read. 2 other books I'm reading
But
at
yeah,
the moment.
I guess that's
So
a good.
Good. Because I know you're gonna be like,
And
bitch, I read that book. I don't know what the
release.
fuck is
I
going
want to
on. Y'all
release. It kind
niggas
of
ain't
goes
hip.
in with my bad. I want to release my
I
laziness
want
with
to know
my
so bad though.
my. I
Like,
don't want to say
especially
fitness,
because I'm
but
like, if I'd have read the book, I would have
weight loss
known
journey.
for
If that's
sure
what you
what the
want to call
fuck
it, I don't know.
happened.
It sounds dramatic when you say that,
Not
but
being
like I was
confused
really
like the rest of the
on it
fucking
on
world.
point,
Like,
popping in the beginning, lost a lot of weight.
so another
And
list
then my
show
birthday hit,
that
and I've
but Shay
like
does
been
not
in
fuck
a
with y'all.
rut since I had my first
P-Valley.
cheat,
Shay
which
does not
sucks
like this
because
show, and the
now
crazy
like
part
I'm
is I
on
thought
it,
she would
but
like it
like
because it's
I'm
ratchet with
more
strippers and
relaxed.
nudity.
Like I just
So
had
I
2
just
slices of
thought
pizza. Like in the beginning,
that
I
you would
would
be here
never.
for it,
And that
but
was what actually
she
the
is not
first
fucking with it.
slices of real pizza
But
that I
I
had.
watched
Besides
6
Marco's
episodes.
but
If I don't like you in
I said
6
that to say
episodes, I'm
that's
not
why.
that
gonna
That's
I
like
why
need
I
you.
to.
like when
I
you
fell off the
told me that I
wagon,
was
and I
so
need to
shocked. You
get
was
back.
like,
Well,
so
I
you
didn't
got
fall
through
away
6
off of my
episodes
hanging
and you
on
was
because
not
I
Cause
fucking
I was
with
still
it,
bored. I was
do
it
my
was
low carb,
COVID
and I
times. I
still
couldn't
try
do
to eat
shit but sit
keto.
in the
But like I said,
room.
I've been drinking a
bruh.
little bit
I
more
like it, and I
lately.
cannot wait until next
I
season to
cheated a
see
couple
what
times
fucking
with the like the
Uncle
McDonald's and the
Clifford
pizza,
and
like
light
Did they
skin.
say
dumb
the pain?
shit. And
You have to watch this thing.
Oh well, be
yeah, I
blessed.
just
So next season, I cannot wait because it is
I need
going.
to work
First
out
of all, that season
because
finale was juicy.
you lose a lot of weight.
Going crazy.
Sometimes you lose it in the wrong places, and I want to get my booty back. So
shout out to Lil Murder. Anyway, but you don't watch it, so
I'm really sad about that. That my butt is gone because with me being fat, that was one thing that I liked, and it's gone. So I would like to do some
turn that
squats
thing
and
around.
crunches, squats, crunches for your belly. Well, I can do that too. But leg lifts or something to get sis booty back. I'm gonna start a campaign, maybe sell some shirts, and it's gonna say 2021 Get Dice's booty back. So
I liked it. What else?
About you?
Power, go ahead and bring it up because you know you're going
so
to.
my bad is that
Power,
I have
what's it called?
officially
Power,
slipped back
Power
into
Power
depression.
Book 2, Ghost, the Book of Ghosts,
like 6
or
weeks
some
ago, I had told JT like
did
I
you
feel
see
like I'm
Ghost rapping?
spiraling. But
Look,
I was just
B
trying. I
Dub
was
just told me
holding
about
on
that
to
shit
like
a couple
really
hours
trying
ago, and I
to
did not see it. He
work
said
it
it was
out.
fucking embarrassing
But
because
I'm at
this
the
nigga is
point
rapping about
now
him used to be
where
Ghost, but
I've
he not Ghost no more.
contemplated
I
being
have not
back on
heard it, but he said
medication.
it's
I
a
have been
fucking
on medication
embarrassment.
since
Yo, it
January.
is.
But I'm just at a place
I
where
wish
like
we could just pause
I
so
drink
you
every
could
And play a
day.
clip.
I haven't been on keto.
We're gonna have to figure out how to do this.
We're gonna have to stop
I've
it.
been on keto probably since
Play
my
the
birthday,
clip,
actually.
and then I get a reaction like
we fell off around the same
we need
time.
to start doing reaction videos.
Yeah, because I mean, around that time I was still sick.
Go ahead.
And then
Power the sequel.
I don't know. And then
y'all
like
is good as
I'm just angry
all the shows that I like
all the time. I'm
with,
either
but
stressed
it's been
out
2 episodes now.
or I'm just angry.
It is so fucking good, y'all.
And
if y'all haven't
so,
started, like I said,
I
it's
don't know
only
what
2
to
episodes
do.
in. Take your fucking ass to stars. If you don't
That's
have
why
it,
my good is
they got
also
some like
this
fucking
camping
trial or
trip.
some shit where you can.
I think a lot of it just has to do with I don't have an
I don't know if
outlet.
you do or
I'm
not,
in
but
this
it's
house
good
all day.
It
every
is
day.
basically
Everybody else in my house
leaving
goes off to do whatever they do, be at work or
the last
gonna
season
go
where
visit
Ghost
their
died,
dad. But
and
I'm
a lot of
just
people
in
don't
the
want to
house.
watch it because they're like a season full of focusing on
it's
Tyreek.
just
Like
been,
this is
it's been
terrible.
tough because I've been really trying to fight
even
to not
though
get
the
to this place,
star
and
of
I just feel
these
like I'm
episodes
there, not as
is
bad as I was
Tariq.
when I was on the medication.
First
But
of all,
I mean, I'm further. I'm worse than I was when I first told JT that I was spiraling. So I just feel like if I don't nip it in the bud,
he's the lawyer on there.
You don't want to take it even worse.
He's fine as fuck.
Is it believable?
So
just watch.
I don't know.
Anyway.
But
the real fucking gangsters that I
the
bang
good, like
with
I said, is
on
I
this
think this
show
camping trip
is
is going to
Mary
be
J.
really
Blige
good for
and Bobby
me.
Brown.
I'm concerned about some things that I have to talk to you
and I'm not talking about Bobby Brown like
because of
I'm not
everything
talking
that's
about
going
the
on,
king
but
of R&B. I'm not talking about
it's going to be a
the
good trip.
Bobby Brown.
And so
I'm talking about
in
Woody the Great, like the actor that played Bobby Brown in the new edition joint, but he's going to forever be Bobby Brown, and y'all will just deal. For the rest of this whole season, as long as Bobby Brown is playing this role,
I have no motivation to do much of anything.
Nigga.
Like, getting up and cleaning the house.
I have had a lot of people tell me that this show was good, but I had a lot of people tell me that
my cousin was like, "Oh, you should meditate."
So it's 2 episodes.
I used to meditate, but now I'm just like,
so I gotta watch 2 episodes.
I just want to go sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I've been thinking about things I can do. And I've been actually thinking about ditching keto and meat altogether.
Tries, and y'all like, well, it's only 2 more episodes.
But right now, it's just a thought.
As well. Like 2 episodes. That's
I've
like
done
not
it
even
before,
a whole day. That's like your morning.
It's just JT was like, "Why do you want to give up
watch
meat?"
the
And I was
last
like, you know, I just
you
feel
can do
like
all of that in one day.
You can
like
watch
the
2 last joints
or
a
P Valley
healing
and the
or
first
something.
And
and
Power.
I remember talking to this.
Woo! You
I
spread it out.
To this guy who was like, you know, I don't like to put dead.
Like you can spread that out.
My
so
body.
We're not gonna talk about it no more. She's gonna catch up, love.
It was
She's gonna watch those
said,
2
but
shows,
it always
and then
stuck
the
to me.
next
That was like 10
we're gonna
years
come
ago.
back to that.
So I don't know. I'm just
actually
thinking on my,
just thinking
in general, like things I can control.
So I can't talk about that right now.
Like,
have you been keeping up?
Yeah, maybe
I'm only
I
behind
just need
1
to
episode.
eat
I'm
more vegetables and more fruit.
I'm
like
behind
you can't even fucking eat fruit when you're on keto. You know what I'm saying? So like,
I wasn't catching up on shows, but I'm behind on that.
Like maybe I need
somebody
to just change my
on
diet.
Instagram, so I don't even
try
to
walk
even know if I
more
want to
now
watch
that
it now because
I don't know. I'm trying to do everything but get on this goddamn medication because I didn't like the way that made me feel. But I don't like this.
Shocking,
but
it was like, I don't want to know.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, it's like, why am I watching the rest of the season?
Right.
And my release.
Yeah, that's like the whole big thing. It's like,
oh,
they not gonna say they are. Fuck
not
that.
Yeah,
they gonna be together. And then at the end,
like
not that meat. Bang, bang, bang. Can't release
that. Even though I ain't had that meat in almost 2 months.
No. All right, so you guys, I want to thank you guys. I said thank you. Thank you guys.
I'm not saying I was surprised. I'm just saying so far what I see is it could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that
I was I
tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're back to our
I'm
old
not
ways.
shocked
We're
because
and I'm talking over
like
him.
I was on the
Make sure
fence
y'all
with
go
them.
to
They're
our
the only
Instagram
ones
and
that
Twitter and
like
follow
there
us
are
and like
two
it
couples
at
who
the
I know
Chatty
for
Patties.
sure.
Go to our website.
I said from the beginning, I was like, "Oh, these niggas is not gonna work." And there's two couples that I felt like for sure these niggas is gonna stay, and then there's the one couple that I just felt like
we're sorry about no audio.
Who knows?
Either way,
you got the
see how
YouTube,
this
but I mean
season plays
technical
out to see what's going
difficulties.
on
But
with
we
that
did release
couple.
on Chatty Patties,
But
so y'all.
I already know who's together.
We
who's
tried.
Shay
Shit,
tried.
well, I ain't even. Let me tell you something.
I don't even want to ask because I know your face.
For
so I'm not
even
no names. Technician of the year.
We're not even going to go down that
she
road.
tried everything,
TV,
talked to everybody, and the shit wouldn't.
it
was still
we talked about
messed up audio. So
I know
we did give
you're
y'all
not really
YouTube.
into
Hopefully,
it, but
this one will be on
when
all
it
streaming
first
platforms.
came
If
out,
not, we'll be on YouTube again.
And
those YouTube,
me and my husband are really into Last
on our
Chance
YouTube
View
channel
on
the
Netflix.
Chatty Patties podcast.
Really good
and
season.
You can get the
we
episode directly on our website with embedded
last season
episodes.
was really good. That
anyway,
was an asshole,
thank
but
y'all
like it was a good season. But
is that the one with Tay Diggs?
No, this is actually a reality
docu-series
about
to
junior
just
college
edit the last episode
and like
put it
it's
on
really
the
good if you're into
platform
sports and
because
shit. Like I don't watch college
I
football.
told Dice I was
really,
done with that episode, and
but
I'm
it doesn't
done.
necessarily just
done.
talk about
I'm not
football.
gonna
It talks
done
about like
with
the
it.
program and
But
you get to know like all of the
I would pay
athletes and stuff like that.
somebody
Anyway,
to figure it out and do it.
to figure it out and post it for us or send it to me so I could post. But
Carol fucking Baskin.
We're gonna pray that we don't have those issues this week.
It's about to be on Dancing with the Stars.
I hope you guys get tonight. Some meat or you drop some meat off for someone.
On this season of Dancing with the Stars.
So anyway, y'all make
Carol
sure y'all
Baskin.
follow us because we might be going
I know
live
Nelly is going to be on the shit.
Thank you. See y'all
Jenny
later.
Mai is going to be on it.
Is Tyra Banks going to be on it?
She's the host. She's going to be the new host of it. Charles Oakley is going to be on it. Shay, how you say that? Shay Jackson. The joint that was a meme. Shy Jackson. She's going to be on it. And fucking what's her name? First name from Navarro. Monica Aldana something. Monica, she was the coach. If you guys watched the Netflix documentary Cheer, and she's the head coach of Navarro cheer team. Bomb documentary. It's really, really lit. You don't have to like cheerleading, but if you do, like it's lit. It's about all-star cheer. But anyway, the coach is on there. But let me tell you something. Fuck all the rest of the people, even though they're super interesting. Oh, and Neve from Catfish is on it too.
Yes, I did see that.
This is an amazing. First of all, I have not watched Dancing with the Stars in many, many, many fucking months. I think like Tony Braxton was on the shit the last episode that I watched. No, Tamar was on it the last time I watched. No, who was on it last? I think Tony was on it first and then Tamar. That was the last one that I watched, and I did not watch the whole season. But let me fucking tell you something. I am going to watch this shit.
You watching Carol Baskin?
I'm trying to see Carol Baskin, Neve, Nelly, fucking dance. Because I cannot wrap my head around Nelly ballroom dancing. I cannot wrap my head around Carol Baskin doing anything except like taking care of fucking tigers.
And killing her husband.
And killing her fucking husband. I cannot imagine Neve dancing. I just can't see that. So I am going to give it a try. A lot of these shows, like that's like a show that my mom watches, and that's not shady because like she also watched The Masked Singer and like all those like primetime main network shows. Like my mom is into that shit, and 9 times out of 10 I don't watch them shits. Even though I heard The Masked Singer is like really fucking lit, and I need to get into that because people be like really into that shit. I don't really realize what's going on The Masked Singer towards the end, and they reveal like all the past people. And they're like, it was Bow Wow, it was T-Pain, I'm like, oh, it was Lil Wayne. I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe I need to fucking watch this show because I feel like once I hear their voices, I will know who the fuck they are. But I think a new season of that is actually coming up too. But yeah, I say all that to say I usually don't watch those main network shows, but I am going to be tuning into Dancing with the Stars to see Carol Baskin.
I'm not into any of those shows. I was never into American Idol.
I bang with American Idol heavy in the beginning.
I was never into that. I was never into. I'm not into those shows, but I have caught a couple of episodes of Masked Singer. I saw the one where Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child was revealed, and that's it.
Yeah, I used to bang with American Idol heavy, especially when Paula Abdul was on that shit, because her and Simon did not fucking get along, and Simon is such an asshole, and I think that's why I like him, because he's a dickhead. And Randy with his famous line, "It's a no for me, dog." Like, thank you for giving me that line for the culture. But I stopped watching it later on when they started bringing in like random ass. First of all, they lost me the season that they brought Nicki Minaj, and her and Mariah Carey was not getting along. I was like, this is random as shit. But when they started bringing in guest judges to like host per season, they changed it every season. I was just like over it. But I used to watch it back in the day though.
I have exciting news, guys.
I want to hear that shit. What is it?
Keeping Up with the Kardashians is over. They're fucking canceling that shit. Finally. Thank you. The memes that I've gotten from this show are amazing. The famous Kim, people are dying, or people are dying, Kim. That line is amazing. I respect the business that has been built off of the
that show has been going on for fucking
vagina
years.
I'm here for all of those things. I'm not hating on anyone.
So then why are you excited that it's over if you never watched the show? How's it affecting you?
I just don't want it on anymore.
But how do you even know it's on if you don't watch it?
Because Shade Room posts every time they're about to have a new fucking premiere. Which I want to say, I'm tired of the Shade Room for that.
The Shade Room is a paid platform. It is not just a release of, like, in the beginning, it literally used to be unbiased fucking tea. Whatever the fuck was going on. The Shade Room is paid, my nigga. Whoever is paying them niggas, they release whatever the fuck the highest bidder wants you to fucking post.
And I want to find some tea that is unbiased again, because I just noticed a lot of shit on the Shade Room lately where I'm just like, we're not the audience for this. Why is this happening? I don't understand why you're sharing this with
motherfuckers that's paying, and yeah. Listen, but I actually was a big fan of the Kardashians, but if I know the Kardashians, it's gonna be another show. It's gonna be the spinoff. The reason why that shit was canceled and they didn't want to do Keeping Up with the Kardashians is because of Kourtney. She was tired of fucking recording. She wants to just be a homebody, which that is fine. She's over it. They have been on this shit forever. Like, they've had Keeping Up with the Kardashians. They had Khloe and Kourtney Takes Miami. They had Kim and Kourtney do some shit. Like, they've had so many spin-off shows on regular shows. So I get it. The bitch is like, I just want to raise my kids and be normal. So I get it. Somebody's gonna have a show and I'll be watching.
They've made their money and now they can just do it silently.
They're not gonna do that because they make their money in the
but I feel like they've gotten to a place where they don't have to be.
They don't have to, but they will. They're the type of bitches that want to be in the limelight.
But I don't want to see that.
But you don't even watch them. That's why I understand why it's affecting. I can see if it was somebody like me that, like, I watch them and I'm like, all right, I'm getting annoyed with this shit. But you don't even watch the show.
It does affect me. Why do I know these things? I literally just gave you a line. And I don't watch that shit. Like, I am affected because it's like, have you ever said you didn't like a song, but it came on and you knew the words?
Fucking sure. And you're like, mad about it.
Like, why do I know the words? Like, that's how I feel about that show. Like,
right.
When it first started coming on, I probably watched the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
But I have stopped watching it, but I still know lines from the show. I still see
that's
clips
going on
from the show. I just still see.
That's because Kris Jenner is a marketing genius. So niggas that don't even watch that shit, they gonna get these fucking clips on some type of fucking platform.
And you are correct. There were spinoffs of spinoffs of spinoffs. So even if you tried to avoid Keeping Up with Kardashians,
you're gonna get another show.
Chloe and Lamar, and
I forgot about the Chloe and Lamar one too. Yeah, I mean, then you got Rob and China.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It's.
Which, speaking of China, we're gonna go into that. Go ahead.
That fucking rap song that she put out.
I didn't hear it. It was the fuck terrible.
Not only was it the fuck terrible, but she had the makeup artist Jeffree Star in there, who is racist as fuck. And so I'm just like, I don't.
What are you doing? I thought she had a whole black makeup artist. Like, so.
I don't know if he's her makeup artist,
but he was in the video.
He was in the video, and so it made me feel like, why
what are you
is he
doing?
there?
Right.
Like,
it's wow. I was watching because I be keeping up with Zeus, honey, because I'm still looking for that fucking B2K joint with Amarion. But I be checking in on Zeus, honey, and she had some show called Only Cams, which was like a play on OnlyFans, and she had different people on the show. Different episode was a different person that had an OnlyFans account, and they was just basically talking about their channel and how they got into OnlyFans and like what they do, but like not just like these are my titties and these are the titties that I show on OnlyFans. It was like literally talk about the backstory, like, well, I was doing this and I'm like, why the fuck won't I do this? And I'm making more money doing XYZ. So anyway, I say all that to say the last episode was about Black China and her OnlyFans. Like that was I don't know if they have seasons, but the last episode that was on there, she was talking about her OnlyFans. And in that episode, she was talking about her music career and how she wants to have separate pages, separate OnlyFans page, not just like the joints where like she's showing her ass and like, you know, the sexy, provocative videos and shit like that. She wants one that's just specific to her music because she's about to be dropping a lot of music. So she don't want to mix her music one with her like sexy pictures because like the music niggas not gonna take her seriously. So she wants separate ones. So I'm just like, wait a minute, is she a singer? Is she a rapper? Like, what is Black trying to do? Because in this episode, the bitch was in the studio and like it was like decent name art producers that was giving her beats and shit. And I was like, she got money, she got connections, and she like literally has babies by like rich niggas. So I get that. The bitch has the connections, but I'm just assuming like what does she do? But she never had, you know how they do. They don't never like actually do it on the episode. Like they don't rap or they don't sing on the actual song. I mean on the episode. So I didn't know what she did. So that's why I'm laughing that you're saying like her song was trash because I never heard the finished product of what the fuck she was talking about.
So I didn't like it. She's a rapper, and I did not like it. I don't know. Maybe it's
like what was it like? Like what type of rapper is she? Like reminiscent of like a hardcore like lyricist, or is it like one of these like little like cute joints like suck my dick and then lick my balls, bitch, lick it in. Don't she like one of them?
Yeah,
but it sucks though.
Right. I didn't like it, but.
No, I'm not. It probably is trash as shit. I was just saying that it's funny. Like I had saw in that episode, she was talking about her music career, but like I had forgot about it because I'm like, well, she didn't play none of her music. I wonder like when it's dropping and if it's good. So hated it. Apparently,
I watched
that shit's trash.
A minute and a few seconds of the video. So
she got a music video with it too. Mm-hmm. Oh shit! You might see. I should have caught up with all this shit.
And I want to say, Too Short is in a damn song.
This bitch got the connect. She trying to make this shit fetch like shit, and it's not.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
What else? It was something else on Zoom.
Did you watch? I haven't watched it, but did you watch the Hazel E and Masika?
No, I've been out. When did it drop? Because I was actually waiting on it.
They put part 2 out yesterday.
Well, bitch, I need to fucking watch both because I saw a clip when they were advertising when it was about to play, and Masika was about to beat Hazel E's ass, but Hazel E was pregnant. But then I was like,
pregnant. She wasn't pregnant.
Oh, so I thought she was pregnant when they were recording the interview. So I was like, damn, this bitch is going to fight somebody pregnant. But I was like, Monique definitely was trying to fight Princess when she was pregnant. So I guess these bitches just don't give a fuck about fighting. But she wasn't pregnant. She looked the fuck pregnant.
She did, but she wasn't.
Oh, so then she should have beat her ass then. But somebody was in the hospital. Who ended up in the hospital? How you start the fight and end up in the hospital is beyond me. But Hazel E's annoying, so I wish it was her.
That's what I was gonna say. I can't stand Hazel E.
Look, I didn't like her when she was on the Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Like she was hella annoying. But when just watching Marriage Boot Camp, it just solidified that I don't fuck with her because this bitch thinks she's more important than who she is. I just want to know if you with me for the clout. Like if you trying to come up because I'm Hazel E. Bitch, like nobody doing? Cares. Like you were on Love and Hip Hop and you used to mess with Cat Williams. Besides that, what the fuck are you doing? I haven't heard any songs by you. I don't know anything else about you besides Love and Hip Hop and Cat Williams. Like what clout, bitch? Like what are you doing? You are like a D-list celebrity. Maybe after this, you might be after Zeus and Marriage Boot Camp. You might be
A D plus? No.
Right.
C minus at best? No.
Right. Like, that's crazy. So I'm definitely gonna watch that.
I need to watch that as well.
What
That's all
else?
That's all I've watched on TV.
Yeah, that's it. Are we going to Good, Bad, and Release?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I don't have no good. So we're gonna skip past the good. We're gonna go to the bad. The bad is just simply that my life right now is in shambles. I feel like I'm slipping back into a place that I do not want to be in. And I can't really do too much about it because I can't fucking go anywhere. I'm over it. The thing I want to release is I don't want to release anything. I want people to release thinking that I can be all fucking things at all fucking times. I am a fucking woman who has feelings and I'm emotional as fuck lately. And I just would like for somebody to just
give a fuck.
That's it. Like I don't understand why people they think that they can say whatever the fuck they want to say and I'm not supposed to fucking react. Don't be upset with me because my motherfucking comeback is better than yours and I hurt your feelings, nigga. But let's remember who came for me first. Don't I didn't send for you, so understand. I'm sick of making plans and those plans being undone or disregarded. I'm just feeling like I'm giving and I'm not receiving anything.
Right.
And I'm not I might say some slick shit like, so you know that I peeped how you just used the fuck out of me. But I don't usually get in my feelings about it. I'm in my feelings though. Like
right.
Nigga, because now I'm at the point where I'm questioning my sanity, my everything. I'm sitting here like maybe I need to be back on medication. I don't want to be in that place.
Right.
But I'm giving while I'm literally worried because I can't even sleep without being propped up because my chest feels like it's caving in.
Right.
And I'm giving and I'm not getting anything. Like I'm tired.
Right.
I want people to motherfucking understand, like, I'm not saying that life gonna go on, regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the fucking bee's knees, but nigga, I make things happen. And I make them happen when I'm sick and when I'm sad, when I'm mad. And I would just like for somebody to show up for me.
Right.
Just for me. Show up for me.
Right. Nigga, the strong people need support too. Y'all gotta realize that. Like the people that's always there for you need niggas to be there for them as well. Like, because if you keep giving and giving, your tank is gonna be empty. So somebody needs to pour into you as well.
My tank is empty. And the thing is, I don't think people understand, like, buying me a Slurpee, let's just use that as an example, it's not pouring into that tank that I'm talking about. Right. Because I don't feel like what I do is the equivalency of a fucking Slurpee. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got a match. The thing is, I don't ask for that, honestly. Right. I do it because it's beneficial to me, my family, my goals, our goals, these goals. So, like it's I do things because it's the thing to do to move forward. But it's just like, nigga.
Yeah.
I need reciprocity.
That part.
And this is not even exclusively to my marriage, because I'm sure listeners gonna be like,
right. This is in general.
No. These are with the relationships that I have with multiple people. I'm just at a point where it's just like, I don't have anything to give right now. I feel honestly
tapped out. You tapped out, nigga.
I spent the first half of yesterday crying. The day before crying. Like I'm tired. And then prior to all this shit happening, I'm scared because I got COVID and niggas is on ventilators and dying. I have been stressed the fuck out.
For sure.
And I just need a bit more than a fucking Slurpee.
That part.
So I hope y'all niggas release that shit. Release whatever the fuck y'all got going on. Hump for yourselves. And we can make some shit happen, but I don't have it.
Right.
I'm done.
Let's see. Mine, bad. I guess the bad release. Good. I'm alive. Annoyed, but still alive. I could be dead or in the hospital. So I'm functioning for now. Knock on wood. So that's the good. Bad. Football started and we lost to a team with no name. I'm still salty about that. So like I'm really in my feelings.
In on your statuses too.
I mean, fuck them niggas because like they're not real fans. Because like when I first made my post, it was silence. It was like 3 real no name fans that was commenting on my post, which are the regulars that I expected. But then even one of those fans of the team was like, yeah, we gotta wait to talk trash because you never know. Child, I don't respect that shit. You rocking with your team and you're not rocking with your team. But the fact that we lost, like, to them, like, I don't give a fuck about loss. Like, I'm competitive. I love football, but like everybody knows that I hate them. So when I lose to them, like, I really be mad, and I'm still mad about that because like they're the most obnoxious fans in life. But whatever. Release. I want to release all my friends going through something. Like, I really wish that I could just be like a crystal of energy to release the heavy fucking cloud and gloom that's been over my circle of friends and like everything that they got going on in their personal life, in their family life, at their job. Like, I just wish that all of that negativity, and maybe, I don't know, I'm not going to be naive and think that just because 2020 is over that like everything's going to be perfect, but I just need this whole cloud of like gloom and doom of 2020 with death and negativity to get the fuck. So I really want to release that for not only myself but my friends and the people that I love. So that needs to get the fuck. So yeah, that's my good bad release. Before we sign the fuck off, because bitch battery dying, so I definitely need to get the fuck out soon. But shit is like on 10%. But y'all fuck with us, so y'all already know we're gonna keep it real. I want to give a shout out to a friend of the podcast, our girl Bree from Mama Meets Pod.
Yes,
she is battling breast cancer. She had a successful surgery, but we want to give a shout out to her. We love her. We was on her show a little while ago, and we just want to send all the positive light and energy to our boo. And y'all go check out her fucking podcast. It's called Mama Meets World on Instagram. I think it's Mama Meets World Pod or something like that.
And she's much classier than us.
So she is so classy based and so put together. Like, check her out and send all your well wishes and prayers and love and light and all that energy to her. Also, I want you to go check out our boy, another friend of the show, Mr. Victory or Nothing. Check him out on YouTube. He has a show on his YouTube channel called Moment of Victory and Half of the Chatty Patties. Dice did an interview, and by the time this episode of ours is released, he's going to release an episode where he interviewed me about my business, because he's interviewing just regular ass people that are started their business and that kind of stuff. So check him out, Mr. Victory or Nothing. That's his joint on Instagram. So check him out. He's a very loyal friend of the show. We love him. Just had to shout them two people out and send them positive energy and love their way. But love. Toot. So thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna wrap this up for this shit down on you. You like this? Goddamn, y'all ended abruptly or shit. Like, no, that's just my battery, sis. But we thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate our loyal fans, because we definitely had to take off the month of August because life and Rona, like, really. But we thank y'all for being loyal and tuning back in. As always, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Let them niggas know that we back, and the niggas that didn't know we was gone, hit us up.
Yes.
Follow us on Instagram, and Twitter at the Chatty Patties. We got a link tree in our bio that has links to everywhere we're streaming, pretty much everywhere where podcasts are streaming, like we in that bitch. Also go on YouTube, check out the video so you can see these lovely faces. And we might have something special for you in the next coming weeks because me and Shay are going to be out in the wilderness and a bitch might go live. We might go live. So if we have signal. So we might have something for y'all. So, I mean, we might before the festivities kick off. We might go live. So, we want y'all to go ahead to follow us on Instagram for sure. Tell a friend and make sure y'all turn on them notifications and all that lit shit so that you know that we are going live and you get these shenanigans because, I mean, we're going to be in rare form. We're going to do better at posting more so that you can interact now that we're back because, nigga, we've been crickets and people have been asking and the girls are back. So,
I'm going to be honest. I didn't know if we were coming back.
I did not know because the way August went, honey, it could have went anyway. It could have went grand opening, grand closing.
Somebody was like, "Are y'all gonna post again?" And I was like, "I don't know. Don't look for it."
Yeah, I definitely had somebody was like, "So y'all done or no?" And I'm like, "Sis, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'll let you know.
If we pop up on a Thursday, we do. If we don't, we don't.
Look, y'all just be on the lookout, and you know, we ain't promising nothing, but we're gonna try to do better. But I mean life. Like we're trying. But we thank you for our loyal listeners. We thank you for tuning in. And we'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Bye.